It can be eaten.
Technically.
Okay, recording has begun.
Oh boy.
It is currently 5:30 at our intended start time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We were all awake.
I'd like to call Christopher to the stand.
Objection relevance.
What do you... That's what the trial is about! Dismissed! Oh no.
And let's see if I remember everything.
2 hours on the dot, though.
Yeah. I'm turning down the recording volume a little bit. There we go. Alright. So, I didn't write the recap because fuck that. Chris, your punishment is to recap the last episode for us.
Okay.
In order of events.
Oh yeah.
In order of events,
If you mess up, your character takes damage.
Every mess up, you take 1 psychic damage.
well, goodbye, Slanei, because I forgot to grab my notebook.
Wow. The one... No, you forgot it a couple times in a row.
Yeah, I forgot. No, I didn't forget it last time. I forgot it the time before that, though. After searching... Well, no, that's forgetting stuff.
1 point.
Oh, God. This is going great.
Yeah. Avalanche first.
Yeah, avalanche first. After... No, Stonk just heard the avalanche coming, grabbed onto a tree. The rest of us did not have that opportunity, and were sent in all different directions via the avalanche.
Uh-huh.
Stonk managed to hold on to the tree during the entire avalanche. Slanei, Mikkel, and Stonk through their own various means.
And Stonk?
I was still somewhat buried under there. It took me, like, a turn to get out, but...
I feel like you're forgetting someone.
No.
Look, Slanei cast Blink.
What about the people who fucking died?
Yeah, we don't care about them, okay?
They're not important anymore.
They're not important
dead.
yet. They're not important yet for the recap. After getting out of underneath the snow pile, the group reconvenes after several minutes of finding each other. And then they spent 2 hours looking for Tyrell, Tabor, and Tavi, with no success.
Yeah.
Afterwards, the group decided to leave the avalanche plane and took a long rest there. Nothing of a note or event happened the next day until watches, but I don't remember what happened during the watches. So, also not important.
I feel like we might have had some dialogue during the first watch.
I mourned their death.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that happened during night watch 2. We didn't talk for the first one. Or am I confused?
Whatever.
I think we went to bed, woke up, then went another day, then we mourned their death.
Yeah.
Day 2 of travels, we then, Stonk and Slanei had a discussion about grief.
Mm-hmm. It was a great discussion.
It was a great discussion. And then Mikkel and Rickard talked about something. Only vaguely. I don't remember what y'all talked about, I'm sorry.
And really feeling loved here. First you say Stonk instead of Rickard getting stuck in the snow, and then this.
Look, I woke up an hour ago. I'm not fully awake
So you
yet.
woke up at 4 p.m.
Yes, I woke up at 4 p.m.
Yeah, definitely not 6:30 p.m.
Definitely woke up of my own volition, too.
Yeah, definitely not, because I had to walk all the way back to the apartment to turn on a light.
We talked about how sad we were or some shit.
Wow.
I was carving.
Wow, you're even better.
Is that all?
We had a mock funeral for them the next day.
That
wasn't a mock funeral. That was just a funeral.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't have the bodies, so it was in spirit of the funeral.
We've had...
Funerals don't...
It wasn't a wake.
Well,
it was a funeral.
That does kind of make the funeral a funeral is when the bodies...
That's a wake, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't care. Moving on.
We had their death rights.
The group continued walking until they reached a statue of an obsidian man who was destroyed.
Just a normal man? Just a normal-sized man?
Yeah.
Just a man.
Just a man. And And then a large...
Another
obsidian man who was...
Same size.
15 feet tall?
They were huge creatures, so yes, I think around 15 feet tall.
Then attacked
Maybe a
the
little
group.
taller.
Slanei... Stonk lost himself to whatever fuckery is going on there. Definitely not the eye.
No.
And would have continued attacking the group after the Obsidian Man was dead had it not been for the two failed wisdom saving throws.
You think that's what would have happened. You don't know.
Anyways, there was a discussion about what happened, and
With consent.
with consent, of course.
Oh, consent everywhere. Consent
We
to
love
cast-
consent.
Consent is very important to this group.
Consent
Yeah.
is hot.
And at the end of the discussion, Slanei was thrown, and Stonk walked away.
You were choked on throne.
Yeah.
With consent?
And with
Well, he didn't say. He didn't ask consent first, so I didn't have to bother.
Wait.
Hold up.
and Mikkel and Stonk had a conversation, and then we pick up now. I don't think you forgot anything else.
The DM
you probably
smited me.
missed a bunch.
I missed a bunch of little
Yeah.
things, but I got the major things.
I mean, the only thing
You missed Mikkel getting hit by a car.
that's true.
Fuck, I forgot that. I'm so sorry.
And then Stomp came back with a different goldfish and just told you it was the same.
Yeah, the main thing is that the Obsidian Warriors had the rune Hagalaz on their foreheads.
I completely forgot that.
And Rickard was able to note that from, like, a story he read a long time ago that there were, I guess, mentions of Obsidian men wandering Hagalaz Valley, which is in the Noctinian Mountains to the east, but is still far away. Why are they here? We don't know.
I'm certain
They're migrating.
They're migrating.
nature is healing.
Nature's healing.
They're going south through the winter. All right. So, I believe we ended off with just watches, right?
Yeah,
As far as I
Stonk
know.
and Mikkel had their discussion. And
I don't
then
even think it was a watch. We just yelled at each other.
Yeah, no, that was just Stonk walking off, and then Mikkel.
Yeah, we
followed
didn't have
him.
a-
We haven't done watches yet.
done
Okay,
watches yet.
so we can
We started at exactly 7:35.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Thank you. All right. So, do we want to start with watches then?
Sure. Let's start out with some watches.
So, are you gonna pick a fight or are you going with Rickard? Which compatriot will you watch with who is favorable with you?
I don't care. Whoever wants
Rickard,
to
what
watch
drama are you causing?
Yeah, I'm not really sure at this point. Like, right now, the idea of Stonk is kind of scary. Now that he is now shown to be even more unhinged.
Also, we say that, and we do know out of character that he's unhinged. You just looked at us funny, and we got so terrified that we froze you.
The eye does have the ability to frighten.
Well, I didn't use it on any of them.
Your vibes were so rancid, we just assumed you'd kill us.
That's a fair assumption.
Stonk looks moderately unhinged to restrain him.
You did the rock eyebrow raise.
Oh, that's a good one. All right.
Alright, so we do need watches.
Mhm.
Do you two want to be on a watch together?
Sure.
All right, then me and Rickard.
You and Dickard.
Yeah, sure.
What's first watch?
You guys go first.
Oh boy. So, you want to give me advantage?
Yeah. Are we freezing tonight? It looks like we're freezing tonight. Maybe?
DC's 10. It's a 11.
Okay, good.
Thank God.
Good.
I take cold damage, I go mad, I kill you.
Please no.
Breaks neck.
Okay.
We sit there awkwardly for a bit.
Yeah.
It looks like he wants to talk to you, but he doesn't know where to start.
Don't let Slanei start, because we all know how it's going to start.
Keep in mind, you guys don't have to roleplay every watch.
To be fair, we have shit to talk about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
We have some shit to work through here.
They definitely need to have a talk here.
Mm-hmm.
We should address the Goliath in the room.
Which room?
Racist. It's pretty racist.
Is the room the whole world in this metaphor? And there's the Goliath and elephant in this metaphor?
Yes.
We gotta talk about the mammoth in the room.
What can we even do about it?
That's I don't have an answer for that one.
And besides, Slanei, I have a bigger problem. He didn't make a promise, did he?
No.
Do.
No, I didn't.
And I slowly turn and look at you and I say, Slanei, if I get so much as hit, I will snap and kill you all.
Uh-huh.
And my only hope is a promise that does not exist.
Uh-huh.
What are you going to do about that, Slanei?
Well, I was going to talk to him when he was reasonable.
So my sanity relies on the reasonability of Stonk.
Can you not use your wish for yourself?
If I go with you to a fighting tournament, Slanei, and I get hit so much as once and I lose my concentration even for a second, there will be no wish to make.
You know, maybe Ingvald would grant a wish to Demon Mikkel if he just slaughters everyone.
Yeah.
You might think, like, that guy's neat.
This is cool!
He's technically breaking the rules, but in the coolest way possible.
Henri, that's a fun wish. Henri. He wants reeds? Okay, here's some plants. That's why I'm doomed.
I really didn't think about the tournament and how that was going to affect everything. The fact
I was relying on a certain promise.
Yeah. I was just like, you should come yourself.
Oh, look at his little belt.
Alright, well, you notice his atmosphere towards you gets a little chillier and he'll shut up.
Okay.
That's my watch!
Woo! Now give it back. Thank you.
Okay, now it's your turn. You two's turn to be bright and happy. Any hot takes?
Just gonna put you down, prop you up.
Never gonna last down.
Up.
When the strings to love.
That will get us copyright striked.
Fire? Oh, you don't even need to roll for fire.
Snap. I can't snap.
Crackle pop.
Thank you, Edison, for the sound effect.
Yeah, I did 2 snaps because the first one, like, it only made a spark.
Well, we all gotta be like.
I feel like
quiet.
you did get fire on the first one, but you just
No,
felt
that
like
one was
snapping.
shitty. His was better.
I thought.
That
Oh my
That's
that
a
was
great
in
one.
sync. Yeah, Tyler. I think Tyler. No. You had a good one for a moment. What about you, Chris? Was it a decent one? Okay.
Oh my god.
This is making great podcast art.
I like the shitty double snap.
Alright, audience, I'm doing jazz hands.
Alright, so, Rickard, Stonk, no need to tend to the fire.
Excellent.
I think Stonk and Rickard know where each other stand at this point.
Yeah, I have nothing to talk to you about.
Not really. I mean, there's a couple things I could bring up, but also we started really late, so I think we should get moving.
Yeah, fair enough.
Alright, we did it. We're there. We're in gold tournament. Let's do this.
Woohoo!
Alright.
Alright.
So, watch is over then. Tyler, I need you to flip up the calendar.
What does it say?
Head to the Highlands, save a horse, and ride a scout. July, everyone.
Oh, that's a good one.
Guilty pleasures.
Guilty pleasures.
Clap for guilty pleasures.
Okay.
I can't believe Kelly didn't take that.
I know.
I'm so glad Kelly didn't take that.
glad Kelly didn't take it.
Alright, so,
Kelly's gonna
Thanks,
come
Kelly.
back and take it.
Scott for Canada Day.
you have all woken up. At this point, the weather is, let's roll for weather. Shitty.
Is
excellent.
it snowing by any chance?
Yes, it is.
Is there a little bit of wind going on?
Yeah, there's quite a bit of wind. I would consider us under the effects of heavy clouds, freezing cold, snow, and high winds.
Yeah, it's the first time we've seen that combination.
Uh-huh. You really...
I feel like the weather's not getting better.
I think you're rolling the fuck with us. I think we just keep getting this weather.
Yeah, I will say we aren't... Even though you guys are technically in a blizzard right now, blizzard is what I'm going to use when it gets really bad. Because that's when you start taking damage.
It's light snowstorm.
Yeah. It's a light blizzard right now. It's just gone on for a really long time.
And it's just flurries right now.
Mm-hmm.
A
Maybe
blizzardino.
mostly wind, yeah. So, alright.
Alright, we T-pose and then we're there.
Alright. Anything you guys want to do before you keep moving?
I think Mikkel and Slanei will every now and then make a furtive glance at Stonk to figure out what to do and then not have a plan and just keep walking.
We should go hunting.
The two of us?
I mean,
You'll have plenty of time for hunting at another time.
Okay, so you got a plan for that?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Okay. Alrighty then. I don't like that look.
I feel like we're about to lose our Outlander.
Oh.
It's almost like I'm viable.
You did this to yourself.
Not a character.
Never forget. you
Never forget the Alamo. The Andormo.
That was bad.
That was real
Yeah.
bad.
Go to your room.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was real awful.
I don't know if I can play with you anymore, Tyler.
Yeah.
It made more
Anyways.
sense in my head, and I said it out loud and it just didn't work.
Yeah, I won't do much for like roleplay, but I will note that Stonk is a lot more detached than he has been in, a while.
Since slavery.
Slavery was
since
like-
before then.
Slavery was like a day out for Stonk.
Have you unpeopled us? You consider us people, then you're like, wait, fuck this. No, you're not people anymore.
I will say that he is.
You can respect something that's not human. Or not a person.
Not if you're Stonk.
He's. Yeah, no, he's very. Doesn't really acknowledge your presence at all.
I've never seen that one before.
So nothing's changed.
Well, no, we've
Moving on.
reversed the roles.
Oh, I see.
We're acknowledging you awkwardly, and you're not taking it.
Oh god, it is just reverse roles.
It's a little
Are
cringe
you
stuff.
more or less smug about this change in events?
Considerably less, actually.
Alright, we keep walking.
All right.
Christopher Walken.
I would like everybody to make a perception check.
Oh boy, that's like my not best check.
Can I use
Tyler,
my
that's a
passive?
great roll.
No,
that's not the
Listen,
point when I
Lauren.
ask you to roll. It's because I want you to roll.
Fine, dirty 20.
13.
13.
13, dirty 20, and
7.
7. Okay.
I'm 5 under my passive and I'm sad.
I'll say that as you are walking, you guys aren't above the tree line by any means, so there are a bunch of spruce trees surrounding you all. And Slanei, you notice slightly up ahead and to just maybe a little bit to the left, you notice a tree that appears to have had like some movement around it. Like there was at some point something that went under a canopy of one of the trees. You pointed out, and I'll say that Stonk, with your special eyes that can see details from over a mile away.
Does he have contacts?
You do note that it does appear to be empty for the most part.
For the most part.
For the most part,
For the most
as far
part.
as you can see.
And he can see far.
He
What
can see
mile
up to a
even?
mile.
Smile. In high details.
In high detail, a mile away?
Yeah.
And it doesn't specify that whether it can stop you. So you just
No.
see through the blizzard.
It appears
A
to be
mile.
it appears to, at least at one point from this distance, served as some sort of animal hideout.
Go 2 levels in Warlock for that indication.
After it's like pointed out to me and I see it,
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of shrug.
Acorns.
Keep moving.
Okay.
Do my Outlander senses tinkle that could be something?
What does that mean?
Animal hideout. Is there food?
Yeah, you got it. Fucking check.
Will
I'd like
it-
to head over there.
We'll check it out, I guess.
Okay. So you both are gonna do a slight detour then?
Yeah.
Okay. Mikkel and Slanei, you quickly just kind of turn off, but you're not getting too far away from your buddies, your good old
Everyone knows
friends.
splitting the party in the blizzard always goes well.
Mhm. As you look inside of this canopy, you notice what appears to be some movement in the dirt, and I'll say that with your survival skills, you do note there to be a couple humanoid footprints, but if you guys are to discern what happened here further, you're going to have to roll either investigation, nature to see if you could recognize any of the other prints around, or I think it's just would be investigation and nature, I think.
Those are the same thing.
Is it a +1 for you?
14.
14, okay. Slanei, you rolling?
Yeah. That is...
How did you manage
How?
Oh, there we go.
That was incredible.
I'm re-rolling that because that was so cocked.
I was super cocked and I'm impressed.
How did it get cocked on a flat surface?
I don't...
Hey, nat
You
20.
didn't specify what skill it was. It
Damn.
doesn't count.
Both nature and investigation are at +1.
Alright, so, Mikkel, you go to check out the small little fire pit, and as you investigate it a little bit more, it appears to have burnt out naturally. Like, it wasn't snuffed out. It was left to burn and then slowly snuff itself out over time. Slanei, you notice, through looking around, that there are some other footprints that do not appear to be humanoid. And that there are a couple instances of humanoid footprints appearing to be dragged.
Oh.
So whoever was here got eaten.
Whatever
Eat it.
was here got pulled
Oofed.
out.
Well, that seems like a...
Do you see big footprints pulling them away or animal footprints pulling them away?
Well, once you leave the canopy,
You start to
the
get
snow,
pulled away.
there are no more tracks. So,
Okay. So, no food. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Guess we'll ignore that terrifying implication.
Listen, we've been...
red flags galore, but we're gonna ignore that one.
Keep moving.
Remember when we heard this is an eternal winter and we just said, well, I'm not doing shit about that. I didn't tell anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. We continue to do that.
I don't think you two know.
I think you are the only one who knows that it's an eternal winter.
I
Why?
think you were there.
Why would?
But I didn't roll
The
high
troll.
Oh yeah.
The troll said, this is a horrible winter.
I don't think she said it's eternal. She just said it's bad.
enough. The wolf's winter, I think, or something
Yeah.
like that.
But the
Yeah.
only person who knew the context for that was Tyrell, and I don't know if
I
Tyrell-
asked Tyrell.
Okay.
So me and Tyrell know the world's ending.
Okay.
Just you two.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
One of them is dead, and the other one is dying.
Yep. I have bigger problems. Let's keep going.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Yeah, Wolf's Winter doesn't really sound world-ending. That just sounds like a bad winter.
Yeah.
The Fimbulwinter precedes Ragnarok. It isn't Ragnarok. It
Maybe-
comes before Ragnarok.
Maybe it just happens and then you know
I wonder
1,000
when
years.
Ragnarok's going to be important.
Maybe 100,000 years past this winter. That's when it starts. So we're good.
We just have to deal with the 100,000 long year winter's going to kill all life anyway.
Woo!
I'll be dead.
All
Doesn't
right.
matter to me.
So, you guys keep moving?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Unless there's anything you guys would like to talk about, I think now would be the appropriate time to do another rest.
We rest.
You rest?
It's over.
Same, I also realized that you technically can't do 2 and 2. It has to be 3. Because unless you guys are doing 4... Oh, wait, yeah, because
We just...
you need a total of, I'll say, 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah.
So you would need to do 3.
So, who wants to be the sacrifice?
I'll be the sacrifice.
Okay. Yeah, you're by yourself.
Like to have a watch with Rickard.
Oh boy.
Are you gonna come up with a plan to save me?
For no reason whatsoever, please put where you're sleeping.
Are we using this map?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. I'll grab some of these little bits.
Let's put our fire closer to the shelter,
Yeah.
because that makes sense.
And just sleeping in the fire.
Okay. Sounds about right for Rickard.
Here are your beds.
Ooh, beds.
There's beds.
Remember, 5 bed sheets.
You go there. Rickard, you're awake, so...
Is Rickard awake?
Yeah, he's on
He's
watch.
taking
Oh.
watch with you, so I would imagine he
Oh.
is.
I thought it was broken, and I realized the axe was upside down.
Oh my god.
That's on purpose. He's a belly sleeper.
He is? Okay, sorry.
Just because that's the only way the mini will stay still.
There. Belly sleeper.
The worst
can't believe we're gonna-
possible way to sleep.
I feel like we're gonna have to roll perception for the first time in our watches in a long time.
Alright, Rickard and Slanei, go for it.
First and foremost.
The two
Do you wanna
best,
give me
the
advantage
two
on
best
perception?
survivalists.
You got it. You get that my help.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was almost bad. That's a 25 perception.
Okay. With the 25 perception, can you do the fire first, actually?
We don't need to.
can- Rickard's here.
you two. Okay. Never mind
The two
then.
best fire people on watch together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got bad news. Oh, wait, I should probably mark off a long rest, huh?
Yeah.
Slanei,
Uh-huh.
you notice during your watch that you occasionally hear the sound of like rustling branches and snow coming from around you.
Mm.
However, other than the noises, after the noise it's complete silence.
That's the worst. You realize how that's worse.
Oh, we should probably tell everyone who goes on watch after us to be highly alert.
Lauren, is there any reason why you had that mini on the table?
No.
Okay.
He just likes it.
Move on.
Okay, anything you two want to talk on your watch?
Stop asking questions.
The king's so defensive.
We need to have a discussion about your good friend Stonk.
Friend is a very strong term.
Good.
You say right above
What he
Stonk's
said.
sleeping corpses.
Friend is a strong term.
What I said.
Nevertheless, we should have a talk about him.
Well, where do you want to start? The fact he is a complete and utter loose cannon that may kill us at any given opportunity, or the other loose cannon that may kill us at any opportunity.
I wanted to talk about the second loose cannon, not the first loose cannon.
Oh, okay.
You know the conditions for me to kill you. You don't know his condition.
Whenever Stonk feels like it.
So, what do you want to talk about?
Contingency plans.
Well, as far as I can tell, he cannot shoot fire out of his eyes yet. So as long as we stay out of his range, that's a fairly decent start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any proposals on what to do long term? You're asleep.
There.
And why would Mikkel be talking about therapy in this?
Mikkel really desires therapy and just will not get it.
Damn healthcare.
Fucking Abnordian healthcare system. Well, vaguely know of someone who might be able to help.
Pray tell.
The person back in the cave. I always have sending. I can prepare sending.
I would keep that. You are correct. That is a great contingency. I wouldn't do it yet.
He looked at me funny. Can you kill him?
He looked at me funny.
Yeah,
Please
if he swung the halberd at you already,
Man.
Yeah.
then the contingency is no longer contingency. We are doing it now.
Yeah.
But no, he hasn't attacked any of us yet. But we do know that he
It
is.
was so metagamey that you guys took him down right away.
Hey, I did ask,
I was fine
hey,
with that.
is he giving a bad enough look that, oh shit, we should run? And you did say yes.
We metagamed
We
Within
did.
reason.
yeah.
We got DM sanctioned metagaming.
Mm-hmm. It's
Listen.
fine within moderation.
There's a reason why I stayed next to Stonk that whole goddamn time. Because why would I run? It's Stonk.
It's
He's
where
a great tactic.
it's where you try to anti-metagame, which is in itself a form of metagaming.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, oh yes, this is the DM said this is poison accidentally. Well, better drink it now.
I have
Because
to
my
drink it.
character wouldn't know it's not poison.
You wouldn't that because I already obviously know that it is poison. I wouldn't think to ever, roll an investigation check or anything because that would be metagaming.
Thank
So
you.
Down the
Thank you,
hatch.
Josh.
It's the counter metagame, which is in itself a metagame.
Okay, any other hot takes?
I demand a fry for your tardiness.
It's the first thing I've eaten today, ma'am.
Single fry, and you can have some of my fruit snacks in response.
wow, you really suck at this deal breaking.
I'm good. I don't want the fruit snack. Thank you.
Yes, this is your punishment for being late. Also, I'll give you a fruit snack for it.
I'm being mocked for being kind and
Okay.
generous.
Yes,
It's
you
time
are.
for my watch.
Okay.
The kill dude.
Fire
You-
goes out.
Oh my god!
Perception.
Nope. Pause. The fire has gone out. Everyone make Constitution saving throws, except is Stonk immune
Stonk's
to
still
this?
immune to this.
I did my
Unless
con
it
save.
somehow got worse.
Yeah, I mean, I think Stonk's fine.
Alright.
Not that it mattered. Okay.
I rolled 19 plus stuff.
19 plus stuff?
Recording nat 20 still,
16
right?
plus
Even though
stuff.
you don't
You're
have your
good?
notebook.
I failed.
Okay, you have a point of exhaustion.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah.
You're
Also,
welcome.
also feel free to roll for your condition withdrawal.
Oh yeah.
1d6 plus or whatever your
D6 plus
D100 is.
percentile. 3. Why does it keep in here? Let's see what she rolls. Okay. 37.
Shaky hands and racing pulse.
Oh boy.
Ah, the classic.
Only lightly shaky. Only slightly shaky.
Yeah, just a
With my point of exhaustion, though.
yep. All right.
If you roll the 6 on the d6 and then 100, do you just have a heart attack?
Okay. Well, I rolled a nat 1 for fire.
Oh boy.
That means it's gone real out.
Not just out, I tried to fix it and I pumped the firewood into
So-
the distance.
It's all soaked.
You want to roll to fix that then?
I'll try.
Do you want to roll another save?
Oh, 17 plus 4, 21.
Okay. While that's happening,
Well, I'm absolutely not keeping watch.
what is your passive perception?
Not great.
I think it's okay-ish. Perception 14. It's not good or a bad.
You now have 17 arrows in your body.
They all passed.
Well, I have 14. That's honestly not that bad.
Record's here. Kale's no longer there.
Man, this is gonna be unfortunate.
Yo,
I
the squad rolls up.
The squad is rolling up onto the map.
Oh god.
Wow,
The
they got
squad
close.
got right next to us. Also,
Oh.
I cannot be hit. Remember?
Yeah.
He's dragging them away!
The whole party's just.
Oh god, it's like the fucking
Stonk gets dragged away.
Fraggle.
Do the rest of
Lauren?
us have a chance to roll something?
No!
Okay.
Lauren, do I just go to wake someone for their next watch and they're just fucking gone?
Oh, no.
Huh? Where'd they go? Ruh-roh.
I'd like to.
The Scooby Gang has been kidnapped.
Oh god.
So what, do you need to reposition this map now, Lauren?
Yeah, probably. Mikkel!
They're gone.
Hang on.
Yeah, they are gone.
Lauren, can I pinch myself to make sure this isn't a bad dream of
Roll the
abandonment?
hit with advantage.
Roll a hit. You hit yourself.
You might just miss.
Nat 20!
Oh god, you crit. Now you have to roll the
Yeah,
fucking.
you pinch yourself and you accidentally win your claws out and you kind of go, ooh, ow. Yeah, that's definitely real.
That's definitely real. Now you have to roll the same to make sure you don't go insane.
I would like to find my party, please.
All right, now's the time for some survival checks because you're going to be tracking things.
Okay.
Not bad.
23.
All right. With the 23, you knew this had to happen during the time when you were redoing the fire.
It's gonna
I was
happen
like-
eventually.
God, I really wanted to wake up Rickard, but I was being prideful, and I'm like, I'm gonna fix this. I fixed it.
Oh, they're all gone.
All right.
Since I feel bad, I'll look for Rickard's trail.
You're going to do your little kitty hunting thing and go sniff sniff.
I sniff Rickard's.
You look around for tracks, and you actually do notice the tracks of what appears to be a body being dragged through the snow.
I will follow the Rickard body.
All right,
thing.
now we
medium
get to-
humanoid. Wow. Look at it change.
Stonk is
He's
killing
going
the
between the
moving
tectonic
terrain.
plates.
Yeah.
You know, I feel
Ice
like
Age, continental drift.
Stonk wasn't so hot on Mikkel,
Deja vu.
and I feel like this probably isn't helping.
What'd I do? Why does it always come back to me?
It's always Stonk's
Listen,
fault.
only your opinion matters. Who gives a shit what Slanei thinks?
I suppose we'll find out, but, weapons?
We'll find it.
Yeah.
Do you sleep with your weapon?
Listen,
Yeah,
you have
but I don't know
3 to
if I'd
4
be allowed to
hours
just,
before I notice you're
magnetize it to
gone.
my side.
What? Slanei just was left behind. I see how it is, Lauren.
You're too small.
Oh yeah, shit. You could throw him in
They
there.
they ate you as a trail snack.
Oh no,
They
please.
just snapped you over their knee.
Man, it must be
They
really...
tried to do that, but their whole kneecap was your size, so it didn't really have a pressure point,
Yeah.
and it just sort of bumped you a little.
Oh, there's a
Oh.
bigger guy.
Yeah. Okay, so
In the hall of the
Mikkel,
Mountain King.
Lauren, was this what you expected to happen?
I honestly, it was one of these moments where it's like, yeah, sure, this would happen if it gets past somebody. I didn't.
Expecting that one.
I didn't. Okay, so, Mikkel, it probably takes you an hour or so to completely follow these tracks. But while frantically looking for your friends, you do eventually come upon what you believed to be where they were brought inside, in specifically during in a hole in the wall style cave. And you specifically do hear what sounds like a large creature trudging through snow, dragging something behind him. Now would be an appropriate time to stealth.
Okay. I keep like, that one.
I totally thought it was going to be another nat one.
What do you roll?
A 15
Oh,
plus
that's
stuff.
not bad.
Okay.
Oh, I rescued my studded leather, right? Or was it regular leather?
You regular leather.
Okay.
The only reason he got his fancy leather back is because it was +1.
Yeah, it was really fancy.
It would suck to lose magic leather.
So I have stealth of 6, so 21.
All right, with the 21, it does not notice you, but you see, as you duck behind a tree, you see what appears to be a large yeti dragging in Rickard's body into the cave.
Oh no, that's the man I'm looking for.
Have you or a loved one seen this man?
Also, I can't rescue you because if I attack, they'll attack me and I'll kill your unconscious body.
It's sleepy.
Where's Stonk? Why isn't Stonk fighting his way out? Where's our
Why am I the one
loose,
who's by myself?
loose cannon / only hope Stonk?
Well, they think you're tender.
Oh,
Yeah.
You're kept in a slightly different pile from the...
Rickard's all skin and bones. They're just gonna chew on him.
Yeah.
Toothpick.
God, my liver must be a delicacy. It's so poisoned.
Your liver is actually... They can actually smell
Puffer
your
fish.
liver. It's like, oh, that'll get us drunk. This is fun.
Okay.
I'll say... okay, Slanei's definitely not awake because he's got this whatever fucking sleep disorder you have. As per all of your
God.
characters.
What?
we are tearing into you today.
We tossed you in the river. You didn't wake up.
I know, I did.
Would you consider either Rickard or Stonk to be light sleepers?
Stonk, probably.
Okay.
Stonk, when you wake up if a yeti took you.
You know, Rickard's
Old man.
he's probably a heavier sleeper considering the whole sheep incidents.
Yeah, fair enough. Alright,
Plural.
so Stonk, if that is the case, then you're not sure how long has passed, but you start opening your eyes after hearing some shuffling noises. The floor feels wet and unfamiliar.
Oh no!
Oh no.
This isn't my normal
Also,
way.
you're on a forest of dirt.
And from the tiniest bit of light from what appears to be a dim, like, it's bigger than this,
Mhm.
a larger fireplace, but it's mostly embers at this point, and that's basically all of the light that you get. I will ask you, are you keeping your eye closed? Because that would signal to them that you're awake, because it does glow.
Is that... I didn't find an eye patch, did I?
No, you didn't.
You have to actively hold it shut the whole time.
You don't have to hold your hand, you just have to consciously...
I thought I found one on the ship, after
Oh,
we
you kept an eye
raided
patch. You found a cool new eye patch.
Yeah.
Did he?
You just said it wasn't the same eye patch.
Okay, well...
And it's poorly
Yeah, it
fitting,
doesn't
I think.
fit.
If that's the case, then sure.
Yeah.
You do have the eye patch on, and you wake up inside. Let's actually put you guys Over here.
Oh.
Much
You
better.
guys are in a
Raggle.
cage.
We're in the Raggle Fraggle corner.
You guys are in a cage, and to
Does that mean that
represent
this is the Fraggle Rock we die on?
said cage, I am going to find my gelatinous cube.
Congrats. She got to use
I can't tell if I
Mikkel's
quite inflicted
your-
psychic damage or if you just weren't
Mikkel's
expecting
your-
someone to
your
get the
breaks.
reference.
Gonna break him. You go.
I'm just in pain.
Don't worry.
Okay.
If I try to rescue you and I fail, I'll kill your enemies for you.
First.
And if I lose, once you break out, you'll have one less enemy to fight.
Well, currently, as this is more Mikkel's problem than my problem, I'm gonna go.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Since I'm waking up, I would like to do a perception check to see what I see around here.
Roll that. See with your special eyes.
My special eyes.
Does he wake up with an iron necklace and he sees
Yeah,
Dagen?
okay. I roll great 5.
With disadvantage because you don't have dark vision.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that changes things from a 5 to a... No, it's still 5. Wasn't getting much worse than a 3.
Alright.
Go roll that one.
It's true. But
You see these hulking white fur-like mounds kind of very
Yetis.
slowly maneuvering themselves through this cave.
Yeah.
You don't notice what's behind you.
Just T-posing.
Not deposing.
Is my weapon anywhere nearby?
Actually, I will mark that on the map.
Okay, so the weapon is here somewhere.
Is my weapon here?
Is Rickard's
A
weapon here?
replaceable crossbow?
My replaceable crossbow.
Oh, I have to cross the room to get my weapon? Oh, that's so annoying. Why wouldn't they just put the weapons
Weapon
right
right
next to the cage?
Why wouldn't you just stick an arrow into the key slot so you can jiggle it around to get out?
I am...
Getting out of the cage and doing this fine.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I'll say the cage does appear to be made of wood.
Wood against Stonk? Color?
He's like allergic to this kind of wood.
It's
How
kryptonite.
passed out are these two?
Slanei, like a baby. Rickard,
Like a very...
Like
I feel like you're always one of those people who looks uncomfortable in their sleep.
Yeah,
To be fair-
always uncomfortable in his sleep, and also just enough sleep apnea that you're like, is he okay?
Is he one of those mouth breathers that just goes?
Didn't you do that for me once? You came in to see if I was doing alright because I did a weird
So-
snore.
You do snore. So do you.
It's
Not
You
as
do
bad.
snore. It's not loud, but you do.
You're a mouth breather.
so you don't snore since moving into the apartment, but you do a
he
thing.
breathes loudly.
You do a thing where you just like,
You reset.
and then you're good again.
Every now you roll over and
You-
suffer internal damnation.
Yeah, it's like how I am when I'm sick. I sometimes hold my breath when I'm asleep.
Why do you do?
Really, it just sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what Rickard is doing right now. He's
Also-
holding his breath and then realizing, oh shit, I've got to breathe. He goes,
Slanei rolled shaky hands, so she is shaking like a dog having a dream.
Not yet, but I'll say that your blood pressure is rising in your sleep.
Yeah, so, I'd like to wake up Slanei.
Okay.
I'm going to give him a light shake.
I'm gonna turn on the light.
And then once his eyes start to open, I'm going to slap my hand on his mouth.
we give a light shake,
One-
just pick him up by the ankle.
1 point of damage, she transforms.
So I'm silencing you right now. And making it very clear. Don't fucking scream.
This is what you get for casting
It's a
Sound and
wisdom save for
Truth.
Slanei not to make any noise.
Wow, you suck at those.
Well, it's fine because I have a +7, and the DC was like a 10 to not scream. This isn't the first time Stonk's woken him up like this.
Yeah. Won't be the last. Or maybe it will be. Dun dun dun.
Put him out of his misery.
But now you're woken up.
Can I also roll a fun little perception?
Go right ahead.
I'm rolling with disadvantage.
That is true.
Okay.
Okay. cast light so that we can see.
Dirty 20.
All right, with a dirty 20, you look around the room and you're able to squint and get a little bit of like glimpses of what some things are without the light. And you notice along the walls that there do appear to be supplies for people, like swords, blankets, helmets. But Slanei, that's not what creeps you out the most. What scares you the most is you feel a heavy exhale from behind you. And behind you, laying asleep, is a huge monstrosity of an abominable yeti.
Oh!
Oh, that's a Yeti?
Yeah.
These are babies.
Those are normal yetis. That's a big boy yeti, but she's asleep.
Abominable snowman.
Is there yellow snow cones?
There are no yellow snow cones.
There
Okay?
will be yellow snow soon.
I'm pointing at the hand and like trying to get it off now that I'm awake fully. Gonna follow the arm. Actually, no, with my 20, I think I'd be able to see where Stonk's head is.
Mhm.
Gonna kind of motion for you to get a little bit lower. The problem isn't the ones in front of us, it's the one behind us.
It lets out a little bit of a groan and shuffles as you whisper.
Don't worry, you have to turn on the lights to wake it up.
Mhm.
No, it's a heavy sleeper. That's good. We can kill children first.
All right.
That's a good choice.
Mikkel, what are you doing?
I sneak up to the entrance. I like to peek in the entrance.
Perception check.
14.
All right, with a 14, and you do have dark vision.
60
So-
feet, so I can't see them, I don't think.
Well, at least you're not an anti-magic.
No.
You are positive they're in there.
Yeah. I can see 2 Yetis.
Yeah. You can see 2 yetis kind
this
of
one.
lounging about near the embers of a fire inside the cave.
And you can see all of the Yetis, you just can't see us.
This is not...
Chris, see my halberd.
Where'd I see the halberd?
Yeah, you probably saw the halberd on where the X is. That's where all of your
Oh.
items are.
Oh,
I
but
have
also,
an idea for
This is not a very wide...
subtle
thing.
spell blink. Go into your invisibility, grab my halberd, come back.
I can't interact with anything on which you play.
But that's why you do the invisibility.
You
You
blink.
blink over there.
You blink
You
instantly
pick it
turn
up.
You have
invisible.
to blink through the bars, go invisible, grab it, and then go back.
You also have someone who can just, like, fucking summon a weapon.
That's
Yeah.
true. He can do that too.
Yeah, but
We have to wake him up first.
So this is a very narrow entrance.
I think now is actually an appropriate time to roll initiative, just so we have, like, a...
What? We can get out of this.
We can do this without.
Yeah, this is
combat.
definitely
Come on.
not a deadly encounter. Absolutely not.
18.
Don't
Alright,
worry.
This is definitely not a TPK.
Nope. Nope, 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 nope.
I have a...
Lauren would never put
Dirty
us in a
20.
situation for a TPK.
Alright, so what'd you get?
18 for me.
18.
18
Dirty
for
20
me.
for initiative. So 18
What's
for
your
Mikkel.
dex? What
And
be-
Stonk, what'd you get?
Why do I have... Oh, an 18 for my dex.
Oh, so you go first.
Yeah.
Alright, that's a
I was
3
confused
for
for
the
a second
Yetis.
because it's on my
11.
dex save. It was
And
the
a
same.
6
and
for
I'm
the
like,
abominable.
15 plus 3.
11? Okay, you guys go before it. Alright. Rickard, you're up first. You're sleeping. Mikkel.
Okay. So I see this one. I'm like to...
Wait, don't I get the action to roll over?
Sneaky.
You can take your action to breathe while you sleep, because apparently you don't do that.
No.
Starfish
Yeah,
on the ground. Starfish on the ground after I said it.
Do I get the sense that if I go in, they will absolutely see me?
I mean, they're just kind of like chilling in their living room right now, so if you just walk in, yeah, they're gonna fucking notice you.
Well, I'm gonna wait for them to go to sleep, I guess. I can't Perry Mason my way across the ceiling and hope they don't see me. I mean, I have climbing speed. I could actually do that.
You're not gonna try a distraction or anything? You're just gonna wait it out?
What would that mean? I just ooga booga and sprint?
You're fucking stupid!
Well, they could raggle fraggle and sprint.
I will take one of my shitty hand axes. I will triple hide, and I will aim my axe for like a stone as far away as I can chuck it.
Okay.
In that direction.
Roll stealth. And well, you've already rolled stealth.
Mm-hmm.
So by throwing it, you'd be breaking your stealth. Unfortunately,
I can't
you
re-hide.
can't hide.
But you could go like
I'm
here
gonna
and throw
go
it.
to what would be 3/4 cover, maybe full cover, and they'd have to look. If they're smart enough to realize that was a projectile, they'll find me. If they're dum-dums and hear loud noise, they won't find me.
Okay. Roll to hit. See how good you do it.
3 plus 7. 10.
Why?
Okay. So it doesn't go where you want it to go.
It ploops in snow.
It ploops in the snow.
I have a second attack.
Do it again.
17 plus 7.
Okay, that one works.
Woo!
And I lose 2 of my 4 hand
So that is
axes.
above their passive perception. We're going to see these two Yetis, even though it's not really their turn, this is just going to be their kind of reaction to it. They like look at each other and they're like, "Oh, monkey."
Monkey.
Okay, up next is Slanei.
Does the Slanei have high enough passive perception to just see the axe?
Did I notice the axe?
Or was it too far away?
No, you heard a noise. You didn't see the axe.
Okay, that is fair.
I mean, how on earth could you see it?
Right there.
You said you threw it off into the distance.
I know, but it had the
You
I
also don't have.
Oh,
dark
you don't
vision.
have dark vision.
I
That's
could hear
valid.
it.
I stopped debating about things that don't matter.
Stonk,
Dark
Stonk could
vision was
see it
the
if only
ultimate
he was paying
answer.
attention.
I need to get.
I couldn't see
Need to
it.
get dark vision.
This is
Somehow.
unique, having a
Come
party
on.
without dark vision.
Yeah.
It's painful.
Humans.
I could have dark vision, but there's a lot of risks that come with using that.
Don't just roll a 12 and it'll all work out.
Yeah.
I don't want to waste a 3rd level spell slot casting a link.
That reminds you?
Just pull out my. It's
I
already
mean,
out.
I guess I will. Subtle spell blink.
We're fine.
Ooh.
Okay, where you blink, roll the blink.
I have to roll to see if I go into the ethereal plane. No.
No.
Alright, so 1 turn wasted.
Who's next?
You didn't blink, you blunk.
You just see Slanei like, come on, do it.
Come on, it worked last night. Why doesn't
Okay.
it work now?
I come after.
Shaky hands.
I come after
They're screwing up the
Slanei.
spells.
I will hold.
I have a question. You did not subtle spell that, did you?
I did.
You did? Okay, never mind
That-
then. Stonk.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
I told Stonk to starfish.
You want me to starfish?
Yes. Because I
What
need
about Rickard?
every space in here to be occupied in order to get outside of this.
No, you don't.
No?
You can just pick 10 feet.
It says unoccupied or to the space that was.
You can choose 10 feet.
Can I?
Mm-hmm.
It was just you were in snow, so you wanted
I
to
don't
heat
need
to the surface.
Yeah.
That would be a really bad spell if you couldn't pick where you went.
Oh, okay.
You just wanted to go 10 feet or unoccupied.
Oh, okay,
space.
yeah.
That's you trying to yeet you through like 20 feet of snow.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, regardless, I'm not gonna starfish.
Yeah, you don't need to
with you
starfish then.
We'll wake up Rickard. I'll give him a little shake as my action, and I will also slap my hand over his mouth.
Well,
He's finally snapped. Contingency plan, go.
I'm probably not going to do, like, an investigation check out of just waking up.
Yeah.
So what does my passive investigation see at this point?
You groggily come in the 6 seconds of your turn. You're able to fully wake up and comprehend your surroundings. I'll say that you notice the weapons. You know where the weapons are immediately, but your perception isn't good enough to notice the sleeping abominable yeti behind you. But everything in front of you, you are able to notice.
Okay, cool.
You hear two,
I'll say you aren't able to take an action because you're waking the fuck
Do you
up.
hear 2 Ooga Boogas from 2 different Yetis?
Not yet.
Alright, so that'll be my turn to wake him up, and I assume it's his turn to wake up.
Well, it's the yeti's turn now.
Oh, yeah.
So, they make some more ooga booga noises towards their friends. And, the large abominable yeti in the background kind of readjusts itself and lets out a and then goes back to sleep.
Wow. Amazing.
Alright.
I feel like
Nature's beautiful.
we really don't want to wake that Yeti up.
I think we should wake up the Yeti and kill it.
I think we need to wake up that Yeti after we do what
I
the
am
other
not
Yeti does.
hidden at all.
Yeah, what's the best? It's one-on-one combat.
I am squished against a wall.
All right, let's.
can
It's
hit
going.
both of
They're
them.
both going to use their actions to make perception checks.
My passive
Also,
stealth
question
is
for you,
16.
Great. I
Yes.
rolled a 16 plus stuff,
Okay, well,
How do
then
you
it
expect me
sees
to
me.
move your halberd?
and then I rolled a 19 plus stuff.
Well,
It's not
it sees
that
me just squished against the wall, I guess.
I have 7 strength. How do you expect me to move your halberd?
It's... Halberd's like 10 pounds.
Yeah.
You just have
Mage
to...
hand-
Also,
You have to balance
Mage hand
it.
could almost pick up a halberd.
Sorry, the halberd is 6 pounds. How fucking weak are you?
I mean, it's a Goliath halberd, so maybe like 10 to 12 pounds. But even then, I can carry that, you fucking weakling.
And she's literal 7 strength.
Okay, well, how long do I have to live, Lauren?
Yeah. So it's their turn.
Mere moments. They use their actions
As
to perceive them.
They did. So they immediately make their way up to the entrance, and this one immediately turns left, and as it sees you, it begins to open its jaw and snarl a little bit. The other one behind it turns and notices you at all, and lets out a
Does that wake up certain people?
Yeah, everyone's awake now.
it's a good thing we were all awake beforehand.
Yep.
Don't worry.
Be happy.
I will do the noble thing and run away.
All right.
Thank you.
So that's gonna basically trigger everyone else to wake up.
Okay.
Wow, great start. Rickard.
All right, now that everything is going to shit, do I now notice the big fuck behind us?
Yeah, you're hearing it shift.
All right, and
I have a plan for that one.
well,
Hold
we're
monster.
No. Silence.
Do you?
If I have silence.
What will that do?
Does it
It's
appear
awake
that we are
already.
immediate danger
waking
from
up.
these
So if I cast silence,
Yetis?
it
It'll
stops
see,
hearing.
right now.
it'll see
They
2
were
big
gonna
boys
eat
jumping
you,
up and
but
down.
now they have a pest outside.
Okay, I could work with this.
I've bought you time.
Thank you.
I could work with this. They're probably a bit more distracted with the pest outside their own screaming to notice a little mage hand being cast.
I will say you have to do sleight of hand for that, though. But though they would be using their passive perception, not the active I just rolled.
And they're kind of shit.
And they are not that perceptive.
But they're very sneaky. They beat my nat 1.
Yeah, I'll cast.
How'd they manage to do that?
Oh my god, that's a 5.
All right. So
Oogad
the main.
oogady.
This is how you die. This is how the party
He
dies.
just smashes the crate and
All right.
this instant kill.
Yeah, as you move your mage hand over to, I'm assuming, pick up one of the weapons,
Sure,
right?
it's my turn.
Yeah, I was leaning towards see if I could drag that halberd.
Yeah, as you begin to pick up the halberd, it does shift a little bit, and some of the other materials kind of clank on each other. So yeah, they did notice that. Who's next? Oh, we got
Well, let's see if they notice it came if the cage is responsible and it didn't just fall over.
Yeah. Someone
Let's see if they're
visible in here.
that smart.
All right,
Okay.
Mikkel.
Alright. I will use my Speedy Kitty ability, which I forget the name of and don't feel like looking up, to go 60 feet. 10, 20, 30. I'll run this way even though it's impractical so I stay on the board.
Mm-hmm.
40, 50, 60,
Um,
and 10, 20, 30. I will roll to hit them at disadvantage because I'm too far away and I'm using my shitty non-magical hand axe. Oh, to 11. I think that hits probably. It's 16,
18?
17, 18.
Mikkel
18
really
hits?
needs to get a bow or something.
It takes 7 points of non-magical damage. Slash.
Piercing.
And then,
Sorry, slashing. God
and then I will throw my last hand axe.
Oh boy.
Bludgeoning because I hit with the handle.
That's a
That hits.
15. Take another. Max damage, 10 slashing.
Woo!
That's my turn.
All right. Up next is
Towards this
Slanei.
one. Towards this.
yeah. Got it.
Well,
Things are going to shit already.
Yeah.
I'm buying you some time before I make the time about me.
I would like to hold my action. I actually can't do anything right now.
You have to wait for the blink thing.
I have to wait for the Blake thing to take effect before I can do anything, so we'll just roll it at the end of my turn. Okay, I'm gone now.
Okay.
Woo!
You're like, come on, you get two. And then you're out.
The reason it took 2 rounds is, come on.
You just keep saying
It's
come.
the shaky hands.
Come.
Scum.
Okay, who's next?
Alright, up next we have Stonk.
Stonk the Boink?
Man, this isn't a
I
concentration.
feel like you probably hear the monkey screaming in pain as I hit it with an axe.
Oh yeah, I mean, you hear the ooga booga screeching outside.
Yeah.
Is there anything Stonk loves more than breaking out of prison?
We're fine.
You roll. Oh, I'm sorry. You rolled a 1.
It's a
It's
12.
the eye.
You rolled a 1.
Lauren, it's the eye.
I'm fucking pulling your chain, you fucking idiot.
I know,
We
but
need-
this is
to
now.
play along
Now
with
is
the
not
joke.
the time.
I deserve to feel like I'm funny.
You know what? You can take that out. I won't dispute that. All right. As my bonus action, I'd like to rage, please.
Okay.
And then as my main action, I'd like to break the fucking bars of this
Whoa.
wooden cage.
Go ahead, do that.
This is all going to shit.
It's
So I'm
a
just
wasted 3rd level spell.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
You don't need it for this encounter.
I mean, you
weren't
could
going
run.
Listen,
so
you
bad.
need it just so he can't hit you.
25.
Oh no, sorry. You want to explain how you break the wooden cage?
Oh wait,
It's made of twigs.
is this a theoretical what would have happened if you broke the wooden cage?
Mhm. If you were strong enough.
If
Yeah,
I was
everything
strong
from
enough, too bad.
this point on
Why
is
is-
theoretical. We never broke the cage. We died.
You're missing an arm.
It's been missing
no,
for a while.
not the arm.
Oh.
No, I'm too tired.
What'd you
I put this here. It was like, why are there 2 Slaneis?
Can you move Slanei back to where he is?
He's not there.
He's in the
He's-
ethereal plane.
Yeah, but
right
you're
now.
in the equivalent.
Okay.
So like they can't target you, but you're still
There.
there.
Okay. Well,
Can we
Once
denote,
again,
can we
as
denote
every-
that by putting him on top of something?
As
Turning it upside down.
As everyone's plans go to shit immediately, it's up to Stonk to come in and save the day.
I
Man,
came to
I bet
save
Stonka
you.
loves the taste of his own
I came
dick
to
that he's
save
sucking.
you with my brilliant plan to distract them.
Yeah.
you can hit the one that's sleeping. Oh.
They're both
He's
awake.
not sleeping. They're both awake, or he's waking up.
They're awake, yeah.
No, I want to go get my halberd. 5, 10, 15, 20,
Did the mage hand drag it
25,
anywhere?
30, 35. And I guess it's a full action to interact with an object, so I'll
It's
have
true.
to wait an entire turn to pick up my halberd from the ground.
Great. That's great.
Yes.
No one will attack you.
No.
Did not
Anyways,
do it. I
Also,
did
no
not
one will
hit
attack
her.
you, so you lose your rage.
I hit her as bullshit.
All right. Yeah. This is fucking great.
Lauren, was this what you expected?
Are you within 30 feet of the big boy by chance?
That guy?
Yeah.
I don't think
No.
No.
No. All
Also,
right.
there's elevation at play.
The
Hey,
only one with-
Rickard.
Only Rickard is.
Hey, Rickard. Can you do a Constitution saving throw?
Oh, I
For
would have
me.
been great at that.
Is this like Kona Cold or some shit?
I feel like I want to come back.
Okay, that's a 3 plus 2.
Wonderful.
New
Is
character
that an
time.
8? That's an 8. Is
Oh,
it?
that is an 8.
10.
That's a 10.
Yeah.
Still doesn't matter.
No. You're paralyzed for a minute.
Oh.
All right, 10 turns.
You also take some cold damage. So let's roll some cold damage.
Some?
I'm gonna go in the beanbag.
You take 26 cold damage
I'm not.
as you have been chilling gazed by the
I don't even have lesser restoration to get you out of
Yeah,
this.
I'm stuck for 10.
Time will-
yeah, that best part about it is it's going to use its action to boingo leap over here, and it's going to continue to attack Rickard with its 2 claws.
Why do I feel like only Stonk's
It gets
gonna
advantage on them because you're paralyzed,
Maybe
right?
Slanei.
I think it's a more than advantage. Hang on.
Wait,
Oh,
is that
boy.
for my current? Oh, I
Pretty
think-
sure it's an auto crit.
Yeah.
Crit, yeah.
I don't think Lauren expected it to go this way.
I think Rickard's
Is
dead.
Paralyzing Gauge maybe a full action to use?
Nope. Yeti can use its chilling gaze and make 2 claw attacks.
Okay, well, it was nice knowing you, Slanei.
Attack rolls against a creature have advantage. Any attack that hits a creature is a critical hit. The attacker is within 5 feet of the creature.
Well, maybe you'll roll 2 nat ones.
Okay.
I mean,
Maybe you'll roll 4 nat ones.
Okay, that's a 12 plus
You have
stuff.
advantage, so that's 1 roll.
Yeah, okay, so that hits.
Crit,
And that also hits.
double crit. Don't worry, if you can survive both blows, you won't take death saves. So make sure you survive both blows, because if you die from the first hit, you'll fail 2 death saves instantly.
Slanei, we need you back.
Tell me how much damage is the first hit?
Alright, that's great. Okay. We gotta double both of those dice rolls, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
you do.
Just the dice, not the modifiers.
Yeah, so that's plus 9, plus 11. So that is plus 20.
How you looking?
Okay, so what's the
Break
first
it down.
46
Break
for
it
the
down.
first hit.
hit? Okay, I am unconscious of the first hit.
You take 2 death
The second hit
saves. 2 fails.
is just 2 fails. Do I need to
Wait,
roll the damage?
If you go, if you roll his health, he dies.
Yeah. How much damage is the second hit?
Okay.
If you roll his health, he
It's
just
already
dies.
2 fails. We all know this for sure.
2,
Oh god, you might die before I get back.
Yeah.
19 double is...
Does going
38
unconscious?
plus
I
7.
remove the
Yeah, it's 40.
the
Do I,
paralysis
wait, I have
effect?
a question. So if... Listen, you can repeat the saving throw at the end of your turns, ending its effect on success.
Yeah, I'm not really repeating the saving throw.
If you die, do you lose
Do
paralysis?
I have a question.
Yes.
If it's crit, do I do all of the dice rolls or just the to hit dice rolls?
If it's crit, you
All of it?
double all dice.
Every dice
it's what
involved.
makes-
Any dice you roll gets
It's
doubled.
what makes paladins with champion levels so terrifying, or padlocks so terrifying.
Awesome.
You
Because they're rolling a ton of dice, but they don't have a huge modifier. But they don't need the modifier.
This is what Stonk gets for running away. Alright, how much more does it need to roll?
It goes to 0, so
What's
you
your
have to
max
roll his
HP?
HP.
Oh! Yeah, I don't think I'll do that.
I mean,
I mean, the first one did over half of my
Keep in mind, I rolled 2 6s and a 5.
Okay.
So,
The second one, I rolled significantly worse.
okay.
So that
You're
is
still
a
alive.
22 plus 6. So that's a 28 plus 9.
I need a...
Is
can you give me
a-
marker.
37, right?
I don't have
Okay,
one.
so yeah, that's just 2 death saves.
37.
If
Can I have a
I'm
marker?
counting
Marker?
right, it's minus 40 something.
So you're technically alive with 1 death save till you die.
Yes.
I feel kind of bad about
Well,
that.
I'm starting to feel
one.
really good about making a backup character.
Oh, God. Alright, so, that is the end of the Abominable Yeti's turn. Up next is the Yeti's turn. This one is going to attempt to pounce Stonk.
Mm-hmm.
This one's going to figure out what ruckus is going on inside. Well,
Just got attacked.
yeah, no, sorry. This is going to figure out the ruckus inside. This one's going to try to chase after Mikkel. Alright.
I tried to give you I'm taking 1 Yeti away from you.
Yeah, it can't reach anyone else, so this one's going to attack Stonk too.
Okay.
Can't reach anyone else. There's only Stonk in here right now.
And you guys thought my rage was going to go away.
Alright, so, Stonk, these Yetis, I'd like you to make 2 Constitution saving throws for me.
Before I've even gotten hit?
Yes, because they are both using their Chilling Gaze ability on you.
Do they have to see... Does he have to be able to see them?
If the target can see the Yeti,
Wait, so then how did it hit Rickard with that?
because he could see the Yeti.
Rickard doesn't have dark vision.
Yes, he does.
Oh.
Yes.
I have the best dark vision, actually.
Feeling bad about that one, huh?
Did you maybe get a new invocation?
No, I've had this for a while.
He's had it always.
I've had it for a while, and every time I've been stealthily
14 for
rolling
my first
without
save.
disadvantage.
14 success.
26 for the
Success. You are now immune to the chilling gaze for all Yetis, except for the abominable one. Fuck you. It does specify that. You're immune for an hour now. So, alright, it's gonna do its 2 claw
You had to
attacks.
save one of them.
It's gonna do 2 of its, they're both gonna do 2 attacks up against you.
AC
So-
is 16, they don't have advantage.
You go before
Yeah.
me, don't you?
So, first one is a plus, only one of those hits, 15 and a 15 and a 17. So 17 hits.
Yes, 17.
Alright, the second one, that's a 6 and a 19, so only 2 of them hit.
Okay.
So you take, for the first one,
Didn't you?
5 plus 4, 9 slashing damage, plus 1 cold damage.
Okay, so 10.
And then for the second one, you take 6 slashing damage and 5 cold damage.
So 11. So 11. Yeah.
Alright, and Mikkel, you were 60 feet away, right?
Yeah. If
It is now within...
if it rushes me, then I'll have to do it.
It can only run... Well... 'cause
Don't move until you know the speed.
30.
its speed is 40 feet.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
5,
this is
10,
TPK.
15, 20,
This is the
Yeah.
end.
5, 30.
There's no way we can survive.
Yeah.
You guys can get out. I believe you.
I think
No,
Stonk...
Mikkel and Rickard are dead. It's just flat out, I'm stating that now.
Yeah.
Stonk and Slanei
Mikkel
can
was
escape.
always dead.
I actually can't escape.
Why? What's up?
Blink will put me 10 feet within the original position. And I have 25...
Can you not cancel it?
If I cancel
Here.
it, it still takes me back there.
Teleport here,
Mm.
disengage, run.
Yeah.
If I disengage,
You can
I have
bonus action
25
help
feet of
Rickard.
movement. How is helping him a bonus action?
Healing word.
Healing word.
Healing
I
word.
don't have healing word.
What?
I do not have healing word.
What?
Listen.
What?
Disengage and hope
I-
for the best.
Do not have healing word.
Alright, well, I mean,
Sorry, Rickard.
could you could...
There is no
I don't know
saving
why you
Rickard.
don't have that.
Oh, this is not good.
I just rolled 1 nat 1. Okay.
I've literally never prepared healing word on Slanei.
What? No, I
Session 1, you had healing
Yeah.
word prepared, and then never again.
Yeah,
I will state.
So
yeah.
I have
because
some...
I've
Lauren, do I
cast
need to
cure
make a...
wounds because I'm
a
in
saving
melee
throw,
combat at all
perhaps?
times.
For some reason.
For the
Ronnie?
gaze?
You guys have fought Yetis before, right?
Yeah. We fought
No,
Yetis
you
before.
did.
We kicked her ass.
Yeah,
I don't remember the gaze being a thing.
yeah.
but
The gaze
Okay.
is not a thing for them.
I'm gonna give you guys all a little bit of a boosty bonus thing.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know.
They are, and you remember that they are afraid of fire.
Uh-huh. So the one fire person is
Dead in a single round.
in fact, if he doesn't make the saving throw,
It's too late.
it's too late.
Unless, I mean, you could run up to him and just...
No.
No, if he, because
It's
my turn is after his. He has to save
No, I'm
on
saying,
this.
I'm saying Stonk could.
whose turn is it
Stonk
right now?
could.
Stonk
actually.
could.
Because the
Stonk.
abominable Yeti just went.
The abominable
and
Yeti- the
all the
Yetis
Yetis
just
went. It's back up to Rickard.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're right.
Rickard
So,
rolls. He feels that death
that was
save.
40 feet.
He's dead.
That was just his movement
Yep.
to get to me. Do I
Yep.
need to make a save for the gaze?
I'll say,
Or does that start next turn? Also, it gets to beat me up.
I'll say you're not looking at it because you're running away, so I'll give
that's
you a
fair.
pass for now.
It does get to beat me up.
It is within range.
It is within range.
You ran 60 feet.
I ran 60 feet that way.
Either you guys pull this off, or it's not my problem anymore.
It ran diagonal 40 feet, which beats my straight 60.
Alright.
Ooh, me turning into a demon is the perfect distraction. Maybe they'll be so terrified of the flame demon they'll run away.
Rickard, with your amazing initiative that you rolled while sleeping.
Well
Want to
done.
roll that death save real fast?
Please.
Here, I'm gonna roll it, and I'm not gonna tell you what I get.
He's gonna DM Lauren.
Here, you know what? Hey, Lauren, do you mind if I roll it in there?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
That was a great sound.
All right.
Oh.
Okay, Mikkel.
Oh no.
Okay.
I'd be willing to retcon this because of how bad it's going, but I'm gonna let it play out for now.
Disengage. Run. 60 feet.
All
How are
right,
you running? How are you running 60 feet?
you have to run this.
Oh, oh, god damn.
Disengage is
I
an
can't.
action.
I literally can't outrun it.
Yep.
And it's gonna.
You could dash. You're not within its.
Disengage is an
Melee range.
action.
I am. I'm next to it.
Yeah.
It has 40 feet of movement.
It ran diagonally and
Okay.
got me.
Okay. I will say that we are using square tiles, so it doesn't. Even if you do, it wouldn't be able to catch up to you, right?
30
it
feet.
is
It
right-
has 40
Lauren,
feet versus my
Yeah,
30
Lauren,
feet.
it is
Yeah, but
right
you
here.
used your cat ability to zoom.
I used my
for 60
action to
feet.
attack.
Oh yeah.
So I only ran 60 feet.
Okay,
Instead of 90.
got it.
So I can run and buy myself another turn before we fight. Or I can fight now and hope my flame scares it to running away forever.
This is just a nightmare.
I will.
Yep.
I don't have a choice. I'm gonna pull out my magic axes and
Okay.
go to town and hope my flames make it sad.
Fire room. You said that they're scared of fire, though, right?
Okay, so Lauren, bonus action. Bonus action, I will get to be immune, resistant to all the piercing, bludgeoning, slashing in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And then my action, I will attack 4 times. Because why would I even think about saving it?
Did you take Spare the Dying, Chris?
As a cantrip?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so first roll's a 3. Second roll's a 30-20.
Okay.
Third roll's a nat 1.
Okay.
Fourth roll is a fucking 13.
12 is their AC.
Okay, 2 of my 4 attacks hit.
Hey, Tyler.
Yeah.
There have been 2 nat ones rolled this session, and both of them have been by you.
Listen, I have a backup character who literally never rolls ever.
That doesn't make it better.
Yeah.
That means that your rolls are...
11 plus 7, so 18 slashing damage. And then I will use my flamey flame. It needs to make... Oh, god damn it. No? Wait.
It's a bonus action?
Wait. Where is it? Who are you? Where are you? Oh, I don't have to. It makes me a strength save.
Alright, strength save.
Mm-hmm.
Does that apply on only one of your attacks, or...?
It definitely fails because I rolled a 10.
4 fire damage, and it is restrained.
Alright, it's freaking the fuck out.
And on fire.
Yep, and this is the one that attacked you, right?
Yep. All the Reddies can see that
So,
this one is actively on fire.
5?
4.
4.
4 flame damage and it's on fire.
Alright, up next.
Slanei.
I'd like to come back from my blink now.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you want to end up, buddy?
Right here. Is Rickard alive? Is Rickard breathing?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I will cast... Okay, that's why I grabbed this marker. Okay, that's 1 round of death.
That's all.
That I have 10 rounds before I have to revive you. Because
You have enough for 1 Revivify, right?
that's all I have enough for.
One die.
Listen, if I
would
die,
like to
it's not worth bringing
5,
me back.
10,
Oh,
15, 5, 10, 5, 10. Oh, shit. Does it have a reach is the question I'm about to find
It's
out.
very big.
Wait, it's a big creature. I can move here and I'm still within its attack range. Perfect. I need all of them to make me wisdom saving throws, please.
Hold on. I need to look at
It's a 5 feet or 10 feet.
It's 5 feet.
Well, I guess it's getting an attack against me.
Attack
weapon
of
is it
opportunity.
Claw.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It
this
gets,
is
it gets
fine.
a claw attack.
I thought it looks like it's carrying a weapon here, so I'm like, oh, it has a
It's
weapon.
not an abominable.
Okay, does a 14 hit?
No.
Great, I
doesn't
rolled a
matter.
3.
Continue with your thing.
You said that they're all afraid of fire, so please make me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom?
Wisdom.
For what spell?
I am casting Spirit Guardians at 3rd level.
Okay, so for the two
Oh, it's only cast at 3rd level.
two normal Yetis, that's a 13.
Okay.
That's a nat 1,
Okay.
so 2. And then for the
Big boy.
Big
abominable big boy Yeti, that's a 4.
They all fail.
Woo!
And I would like to flavor them. They are snowmen who are flaming and on fire right now. Spiritually fired. I need an additional D8. I'll just roll in a second.
Listen, the damage doesn't mean anything.
What do you roll? Do you roll all ones?
1 and a 2.
3.
4.
That's 7 points of radiant damage
From a 3rd level spell.
from a 3rd level spell.
Amazing. 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 Okay.
They must be intimidated.
They're intimidated, right, by the fact that they're all
They
flaming.
have to take fire damage in order for it to work. I do appreciate the creativity, and I
Okay,
will
but
say that they
Lauren,
are spooked.
This one's being burned alive. Does that do shit?
Yes, Tyler, it does. We're not talking about... It's not
Psychologically, yeah.
about you. We're talking about the spiritual
Yeah.
guardians that do radiant damage.
But radiant could be interpreted as heat.
Holy flame.
No.
Stonk, do you have flame? With your ice halberd?
I don't... Yeah, that's,
Is it my turn?
it's the end of my turn
Yes,
then.
it is.
'cause I
It
have-
is your turn.
nothing
And I
else I
will
can
let
do.
you pick it up and attack right away. I'm not going to let you waste your action just...
Thank
Picking
you,
up a weapon.
honestly. Yeah, thank you.
I'll say it's a bonus action to
If
pick
you'd
up a
like to
weapon.
rage
I'm
and
not
just
going to use my bonus
dash.
action
Yeah.
anyways, so...
Just dash. Just run for your life.
I'm gonna move... I'm gonna
I
make
also
2
can't use
attacks.
Spare the Dying. This just is...
I rolled 1 nat 1.
I promised myself I would pull no more punches.
Lauren,
I
isn't-
appreciate it very much. Thank you.
Lauren, honestly, if we do this in Ingvald's easy peasy, that'd be the funniest shit.
We had more trouble with Yetis.
Remember what you guys fought 2 stone gargoyles and it was an easy encounter and you all almost died?
We didn't almost drown in shit.
This is the snowman. This is the glow.
Okay, I'm gonna attack this one twice.
Okay.
Non-reckless. 20 was the lowest.
Yes.
Go ahead and just... Where was that earlier?
Sorry, 21 was the lowest. For the first attack, that's 9 plus 7, so 16. And for the second attack, that's 7 plus 7, so 14. So 30 damage total against Yeti, I don't know, asshole.
It is bloodied.
Okay, cool. I am then going to eat opportunity attacks. And I'm going to walk 5, 10 up to Slanei and say, can I do a free action to
Run.
shout at him?
No.
Okay, thanks.
But if you were to have a free action, what would you say?
What would you say?
Run for
Hypothetical.
your fucking life!
Okay, go for it.
So they just starts crying and runs away.
2 opportunity attacks.
Alright, 2 opportunity
15,
attacks.
20,
What's your AC again? That's a nat 1.
25.
That's another nat 1.
Oh my god.
Stonk, you have a great sight of me.
Are you not going to get
rescuing
Rickard? You just going to leave him?
He's dead.
How the fuck am I supposed to save Rickard?
He's dead, and Stonk doesn't care about him when he's alive.
Yeah.
Stonk, you have the same speed if you keep distance.
If I pick him up, I am half speed.
Yeah.
And if I'm half speed, I can't outrun them.
So if you just leave us all, they can't catch up to you.
Well,
So Slanei, run for your life.
I already
I
took
can't.
11 damage from just 2 of those fuckers. If I get hit by all 3, I'm gonna go down in 3
Run
rounds
for like
minimum.
2 rounds, turn invisible, and hide and hope they don't find you.
It's their turn beforehand, though, because I can't
Okay.
exactly do anything. They all need to make wisdom saving throws as well.
Awesome. Wisdom saving throw. That's a fail.
Uh-huh.
That's also a fail.
Uh-huh.
And that's a fail.
Okay, 20 points of radiant damage.
To each?
All of them, yes.
Alright, so the one next to Stonk fucking
This
dies.
one?
Yep. 20 total, you said?
Yeah.
God damn.
That's one less trying to kill you.
There's a reason why I shouldn't be a melee combat.
And the other one is bloodied as well.
I shouldn't be a melee combat player,
how's
and
the
yet
big-
here I
How's
am.
Big Boy doing?
They didn't like that at all.
Oh. Wait, I hit them with an attack. I need to check something, because I forgot ranger shit.
You didn't
You didn't do
you
anything.
didn't say anything, so no.
When you hit a creature with an attack, okay.
You have to specify.
I forget that that's a thing.
Oh, I shouldn't have moved my full movement.
No.
I should have stayed at the mouth of the cave.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Because, I might be able to take them on still. They also have half movement while they are
You
in
can
this
help
range.
me with this one. The one on fire.
Alright.
And when I kill it,
so-
you'll
It
run
is
nearest
it's
target.
their turn, right?
Uh-huh.
Run the
Alright.
other way.
Uh-huh. Hi.
Ah.
Hi. How you doing there?
And they just like gang up on Slanei.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Wow.
Can you fare better than Rickard?
Right. Could you make a Constitution saving throw for me?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I didn't realize the saving throw was so high for the abominable yeti. I don't understand.
17.
Listen, we don't know the number.
Does that save?
Lauren, you
What?
can
How does that not save?
18.
Lauren,
I
you're the
did not.
DM.
Well,
You
here's the
can
thing.
change the
I
number.
looked at the CR and I'm like, okay, this is difficult. And I'm scrolling down and the Chilling Gaze is DC 18. Keep in mind, this is a third-party source because D&D Beyond says I have to buy it. So feel free to metagame and cross-check that, but that's what it says and I don't like
What's
it.
its official name?
Abominable Yeti.
I'll look it up.
I am going to look
Yeah,
this up
please,
now.
that seems go right
Way
ahead.
too- Wait,
It is. I will state it is a reasonably high CR, and I wasn't expecting you guys to.
That's not imposing the frightened condition.
Yeah. Stoink, you could have tried to frighten
Let
the
me-
abominable yeti.
I need to double check something that I
didn't
have.
have
on
any
me.
18
actions
D
left.
Constitution save, or be paralyzed for a goddamn minute.
That's insane.
I know. I keep in mind, I knew that it could do that. I had no idea it was a DC 18.
Why does it
So,
have decent wisdom?
I would be.
Yeah.
Challenge rating of 9.
I would be okay with saying that you succeed, mainly because I did not account for it to be DC 18.
Say it's like 15 or 16.
I still roll like 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't fucking matter.
I don't
with you.
have an excuse.
Wait. 17 should have saved.
Oh, cool.
I-
We haven't even seen the cold breath. Wait a second. The chilling gaze isn't on a recharge.
No, it's
What the
not.
fuck?
The cold breath is.
Okay.
This is from the Monster Manual.
The cold breath is far less intimidating than the chilling gaze.
Yeah.
That's broken.
So,
You know what this is? This is like first edition of 5e, like the first monster they made
So-
before they knew what balance was.
I will say that you passed on the chilling gaze.
Okay.
Mainly because I think DC 18 is
for an 8th level party.
No
That's
one
not
in this
okay.
party
That's
can
not
hit
o- yeah.
18
Oh,
DC.
okay. I can.
I saw
Barely.
Big Yeti and I was like, ooh, I want to add this.
We are all 7th level adventurers.
Lauren,
Alright,
I think
anyway.
this might be a deadly encounter.
So no, it has always been a deadly
Yeah.
encounter.
Well, you did deadly and surprised by the death.
Okay.
All right, so I'll say that you succeed on that, but I will say
Still,
that it does get those claw attacks.
Yeah, that-
it still gets to oof
It's
you.
still going to oof me, possibly, maybe.
All right, that's a 19 to hit, and yeah, both of those hit.
Okay. How
Um,
much damage am I taking here?
exclamation point R. 2d6.
It's funny.
Okay,
Even if it
so,
had a reasonable
Slanei,
DC
a
and did
strat
like
for
half
you.
damage, I'd still
go
be
when
dead.
you
I
blink
know.
out.
I
I
don't
can't
have an
blink. I had to
excuse.
drop blink in
Oh.
order to come back.
Well, fuck.
All right, you take 23 damage on the first attack,
Okay.
and 20 damage on the second attack.
So 43 total.
Yes.
Okay. I'm still up.
The second smaller Yeti
Uh-huh.
is going to do the same thing, and it's
Mhm.
going to use its
How you
claws
doing,
on
Ed?
you.
Uh-huh.
That first one definitely does not hit with
Okay.
an 11. That second one's a nat 1.
I
So-
thought it might be you or Stonk to do me in.
A nat
Not a
one, you
Yeti.
said?
Yep.
Okay. Whew.
You guys-
of an
Okay,
angel.
so that's 2 rounds.
And any more Scalpy Strike.
Okay. Whose turn is it?
Rickard!
How you doing,
How's the
Rickard?
afterlife treating you?
For my action, I'd like to decompose a little.
Alright.
Rigor mortis.
Mikhail.
Oh, did the
Wait,
one
did the one
attacking
attack-
Mikkel?
One, it's restrained, but restrained doesn't mean it can't attack.
Okay.
So whatever restrained does, it's restrained.
It's restrained.
So its speed is 0.
You are so lucky it had disadvantage on that attack because it's on fire, but it does still hit for 1 claw.
Okay.
Oh no.
The second definitely
Also,
does not
at the
hit.
start of its turn, it takes 8 fire damage.
8 fire damage. All right.
Okay, so it attacks me.
Yeah, give me a sec. 8. So damage. You take 5 plus 4, 9 slashing damage,
Okay.
and you take 4 cold damage. Please make a Wisdom saving throw.
So 13. At the end of its turn, it gets to make another strength save. Okay, wisdom.
It makes a strength save, a 15.
Lauren,
Mhm.
the DC was 13,
Yes.
11
All right.
plus 1.
You're okay.
That's 12.
Wait, no, I thought you said you.
No,
oh,
the
never
DC
mind. Never mind. DC went up. Well,
Want to go grab the demon board?
No, I mean, to be fair, he's not fully demon. He's
Yeah.
just big boy demon.
he's big boy. He has not ran out quite yet.
Post Mikkel lying on the ground.
So
You.
listen, here's what I'll do for you. I'll become a demon, and we can kaiju fight while you guys run away. How's that sound?
I need to cast.
And then they'll just be Demon Mikkel
I also can't
tracking
move,
you
by the
for the
way.
rest of your life.
I noticed that this isn't great.
Hey, Stonk.
Yeah,
You want to come back, buddy?
it's your turn first.
Hey, Stonk, buddy. You want to come back? Please.
Ed, I give you the responsibility of updating Kelly with the great news.
yes.
Are you gonna?
Good
you can,
news,
you can
everyone.
disengage and get out of there.
I can only disengage from one of them.
No, you can disengage.
You disengage,
Disengage is an
and
action.
you don't provoke opportunity.
My
attacks,
problem
period.
is they have 40 feet of movement speed. I am in the same boat as Mikhail is.
Yeah, but keep in mind
I'm
if
the only one able to
if you
outrun.
do get within Stoink's
You just have
range, he is able to attack things that attack you.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Yeah.
You know, at
That's
least
worth it.
Mikkel
My turn.
is
I
losing
need
control.
to cast Cure Wounds upon myself to not die.
Just hope they don't hit.
Well, my turn's next, so I'll have a
Stoink
chance
can
to help.
protect you. Don't worry. You can do it.
Just don't
You
let...
will die if you get hit again.
Yeah.
So, full highest level, cure wounds, run.
Cure Wounds is an action.
Oh, wait, no, then disengage and then run.
That's disengage in action.
Disengage, run.
Disengage, run.
You know, at least Mikkel's
Disengage,
losing
run.
his mind.
I am about to become the biggest distraction possible. They won't worry about the small fry, they'll worry about me.
And still somehow you will miss every attack.
Yeah, don't. He's already used
The longer I miss,
I
the
will
longer
disengage
that
then.
they
5,
have
10,
to focus on
15.
me.
20. Oh, I want to do it. 5, 10, 15.
Good thing Mikkel is mentally dying right now.
I want to do it
Aren't we all?
so badly.
What are you trying to do?
I want to cause you to take another tick of Spirit Guardians.
Fuck. Just do it. Go into the space you want to go to. I have the movement speed I
Yeah,
can get to.
because if I move here, this is 15, 20, 25. They need to roll me wisdoms.
On their turn, right?
No, it's first time of them taking it again. But here's as far as I can go anyways. 5, 10, 15, 20.
You can go one more.
Yeah.
All right. Up next.
Stonk. Alright. Yeah. Do I see what's happening with Mikkel over there?
I think.
I'm reading. There's no way you can't see this.
I also... Yeah.
I have set a Yeti on goddamn fire.
yeah, you see the light from the fire.
I've turned a Yeti into a bonfire and I'm screaming.
2 rounds of death.
Seeing that, I realize, oh shit, this isn't as good as I thought. And so I turn around.
Realize that Slanei has killed one of them.
I turn around, I'm like, oh, okay, new plan, we're going back in.
Why are you guys
Wait.
running?
Listen,
If you're
you
going back
need...
in, I would move here.
The only reason Rickard
This
died
is
is because Stonk was going for his weapon and was too
Yeah.
far away.
Honestly, we could still survive this.
Yeah, I
and if
think
you
you'll be
stay there, they'll have to go into my Spirit Guardian range.
Yeah, and I would like to prepare my... Wait, hang on. Yeah,
You
I'll...
can just run in all the way and attack them.
Yeah, but then they won't move towards you. So you will waste your
Oh.
Spirit's Guardians. So.
If it's one round wasted,
Lord,
it's up for...
You might want to make the executive decision to have
Spirit
It's up for 10
paralysis
minutes.
need to recharge.
What?
Maybe. We'll see.
I'm gonna beat up your abominable snowman.
Alright. The big boy?
Yeah, I would like to not do reckless because at this point I need every little bit of HP I can get.
Mm-hmm.
I know, shocking.
Oh, boy.
Lowest was a 23.
That hits.
First one is 6 plus 7, 13. Second one is 10 plus 7, 17. So 30 again.
Wait,
Against
is that fire?
30 damage.
No,
that's force. No, I was looking
All
at
right.
my spells.
against Big Boy.
Got it.
And then, yeah. Actually, I want to put myself here.
That's
If I
fine.
can. Because I still have range, I just want to protect the mouth a little
I
bit
need to
more.
pee.
Okay, well, too bad. It's their turn.
Okay. Stoink.
Yeah? Are
I'm
you
gonna
going
make
to
the DC 16.
Okay.
Please roll.
This will really suck if I fail. Because
Yeah.
paralyzed means...
Its gaze is softening.
Okay, I'm fine. 20.
Okay, we're okay.
I can't give you advantage on it.
Alright, Stoink, it is going to...
5, 10.
no.
Make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Alright, wisdom
Stoink the
save.
blink.
That's a 3 plus 1.
It's going to take full...
Hey.
How much
got him,
damage?
actually.
9 plus...
14.
14 points of radiant damage.
Alright, okay. You got... I think you guys are okay.
We're out of the danger zone except for
Alright.
Mikkel.
So,
Yeah, you might have to.
Abominable Yeti going to
deal
attack
with
Stoink.
me.
Wow, that doesn't hit. That's a 13. I'm rolling shit. And I rolled a 5, but that's a 16?
A plus 11.
It's a
to
plus
hit,
11.
Yes. Yes, that does hit. Sorry.
I'm going to cure wounds myself, and then I'll deal with you.
Alright, you take 23 to hit. Reduced to 11.
Here's the thing:
Uh-huh.
when you cast Spirit Guardians, you
I
have
did
to
not-
actively say who
No, I'm not
you
gonna
choose.
do
I
Stone
couldn't see
Endurance.
you, so
So-
you are not protected from Spirit Guardians.
So that's going to be a thing.
Okay.
Because you were not here when that was cast.
Alright, so that
The
was
other
the Abominable Yeti. The other one is going to let out a screech and attack you.
Okay.
It also has to... wait.
Yeah, it's not in range
5,
for that
10...
one.
Nah, that one's not in range.
That's a nat 1.
It's a miss.
Another nat 1. This is
Oh
the
my-
second time I've rolled 2 nat 1s in a row.
Wow,
Thank
well
God
done.
for that.
Yeah, I think the gods want you to survive.
Ingvalt's walking.
I
with
didn't. I
popcorn.
haven't pulled
Most
any
of us.
punches.
Okay, so Rickard is down
You
again.
with the DC, that's already a pulled punch.
Listen. That was just unfair.
That wasn't a pulled punch.
That
That,
was
was
just-
putting away the knife you brought to the stand fight.
True.
That was you
So-
putting away the gun you put
Hey,
to the sword
by the way,
fight.
I would just like to let you know, Rickard, you've only been dead for 3 rounds.
Okay.
So you'll probably come back.
Oh, no, you will come back. It's just...
I wouldn't say that yet because who knows?
Are you- is your-
Mikkel's gonna get destroyed.
Is your soul willing?
Oh, wait, there's
And
also one
free?
attacking Mikhail.
Oh yeah, there's also one attacking Mikkel.
Yeah, go for it.
Is
Go
it
for
still-
it.
it's still on
restrained. Wait, what was it? Strength save?
Oh,
Uh,
I told you what it was earlier. I
I-
don't remember.
I'm
15, I think.
15.
15. I think that might save.
Okay.
So it's free. It's
So
just
is
free.
it? Did it take fire damage? Then?
It took fire damage, but it's no longer taking fire
So,
damage.
what's fire damage it took?
Did it take fire damage?
I already set the fire
this
damage.
term?
No.
Okay.
At the end of its turn, it got free.
Okay.
So now no longer. Okay, yeah, so it's not.
All right. It is going to. I will say. It already did its chilling gaze, right? Did it do that?
No, I haven't done that yet.
Okay. Chilling gaze time.
Is it a wisdom save?
Constitution.
Constitution
I'm
save?
good at those.
5 plus...
You know, this might actually be a good thing.
5 plus 5, 10.
All right. You take 9 cold damage,
Woohoo! Wow,
and
that's painful.
you are paralyzed for a minute.
Okay.
You can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns.
All right. Sure.
It also gets attacks.
Also, it gets attacks.
And it has advantage and auto crits.
You may join me on the couch.
No, crit.
Yeah, I'm not saving Mikhail.
That's a 14 plus stuff.
I'm sorry,
and
Tyler, but Mikhail's the one I'm not saving.
Is a 15 plus stuff.
When I go down, something
that's,
interesting happens. We'll get there.
Oh, boy. I'm not saving Mikhail one way or another, though, so...
I'm not living this fight.
Wow.
I think
Stonk,
you guys are okay.
you might not even have the chance to kill me.
Oh, no.
You'll kill... We'll see.
All right,
We'll
you
kill the
take.
demon
Oh wow, you got lucky when what I rolled there. So that is
Critted.
plus 6. Yeah, so I only rolled a 2 and a 1.
Oh.
So if that's the case, that goes up to 10.
10 damage for the
10
first
damage
hit?
for the first one.
Okay, I'm at 24.
Okay. And then
Wait, I'm resistant.
You're resistant to.
I have
Oh, slashing.
half it.
I don't recall you using your.
He did
I
specify.
did.
Okay.
I just
heard it.
have been forgetting it this whole goddamn time.
So,
Okay.
you remembered it for this
So
one.
for this one attack, I get it.
So-
For everything else, I can't retroactively
Yeah.
do it
All
because I
right.
don't know
If
what
that's the case, then
It's actually
It was-
8 damage total then.
well, yeah. There's technically part was slashing, the other part was cold.
I
Okay,
know,
what
it's
was-
8. I already calculated it.
Okay.
It's 8. Okay.
Okay, so tell me what's mass blast slashing and what's not. I only
You
resist
take
to slashing. From the second.
4. You
That's
take
funny.
8 slashing damage,
Reduced to 4,
and then you take 2 cold damage.
so 6. So I'm at 20 HP.
All right, and then I roll again.
And I'm paralyzed.
Okay, there we go. That's more damage. Wait, what? Nope. That was the big boy one. That was the wrong one.
whoa,
I was like, whoa.
You got a lot stronger there.
Okay, lucky for you, it
He
was
rolled the
basically the
same
same
way.
thing. It was the same
Okay.
thing.
Alright, no problem. Who's next?
It's go to the bathroom. It's your turn, Rickard, and then Mikkel.
Okay, I got this.
So-
4 rounds now? Yes.
Slanei, you get to experience as I wrap this Yeti in fire, it screams, and then it just Uno reverses me and does the exact same thing to me.
Goddamn.
So it's Mikhail's turn now?
Is it my turn?
Yep.
It is Mikhail's turn.
Wait, why is Mikhail going before me?
He always has gone before you. You both got 18.
I should have been going beforehand.
Okay, well, D&D
well.
Beyond for some reason puts Mikkel ahead.
That's
So
Who knows?
wrong, but okay.
I don't think that really
I get-
changes.
It doesn't
too much.
matter.
I get to roll a save at the end of my turn.
Yes.
Next round. Let's
Okay.
do this.
I would like
What
to
did
move
you roll?
4.
here. Actually,
Okay.
Oh no.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds upon myself at 3rd level.
And there's no runes that give advantage on con saves.
You can't use them even if there was.
I don't think I have one.
I just feel like there was one, but I.
well, you're also immune now that it's already used.
Listen, if I use my bonus action, I could get +2, but I don't have the goddamn bonus action.
Yeah, no, I was. Oh, it's a
That was-
+2? Really?
Yeah.
12 healing of a 3rd level Cure Wounds.
On who?
Myself.
Okay.
Then I'd like to move here. He has to make a wisdom saving throw, and I would like to mark him.
That was a 10?
Okay, he fails. So he's going to be taking a little bit extra damage. I need to double check how this works.
I think
Are you
it's
sure it's a
only-
weapon attack?
An attack roll.
I think
Oh,
it's
but
only
that's
if
a
it
saving throw.
starts its turn or enters the Spirit Guardians area.
No, I was reading something else, not for Spirit Guardians.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
no,
it
I-
says you have to hit a creature with an attack roll.
Yeah, this is a saving throw. And I don't want to use that anyways. Okay. 14. Wait, 16. And then do I add anything to this, or is it just 3d8?
Is this Spirit Guardians?
Yeah, it's just 3d8. So 16 points of radiant damage.
Shouldn't it only take place at its turn?
Or the first time it's in the range. It wasn't beforehand.
Okay.
Now it is. And on the start of its turn, it will also
it,
take
it looks oofed now. Okay.
And that's the end of my turn. Stonk.
Mm-hmm.
Stoink.
How you doing there, buddy?
Oh, well, been better.
Now would not be it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of the big one still. No reckless.
The big one or the small one?
Oh my
nat
God.
20 on the big one.
Okay,
and
nat
I
20 on the
declare-
big one. Woo!
Also, the other one was a 17.
Which you did also on the big one?
Yeah, all
Okay.
of them are going on the big one.
Those both hit?
I'm killing the little one, so Stonk can deal with the big one.
I'm gonna roll nat 20 first. Not bad for damage. So 12 doubled 24 plus 7, 31. And for the other one, max damage. God damn, I should have taken that crit on the second one. So that was 31. That's 16 plus 7, 23. So 54 points of damage to.
Damn! It looks fucked up.
Also, they're allowed to run if they really want to.
Where?
There is no escape.
There is
anymore.
no escape anymore.
Stonk's blocking
Is it-
the exit.
It's the start of their turn, right?
Yep.
Make me a wisdom saving throw.
All of
please.
them?
Just the two of them that are there.
Do you want me to make a wisdom save?
9
too?
plus stuff.
No.
8 plus stuff.
God damn.
No.
You're gonna kill
15 plus
21.
points of
15 damage?
No, 21 points of radiant
20,
damage.
they're both dead.
Okay,
So
now
Maya has gotten a triple kill.
here's the thing.
I've committed what we call a homicide.
I still exist.
Yeah, that one still
get to
has
that.
its turn.
Alright, so that was Slanei's turn.
Oh no, that was their turn.
That was their turn.
And
So
at the
now,
start of
now
their
it gets to try to kill me.
Okay.
It has advantage and auto crit still. If it wants to.
Okay, so that's a 12 plus... What's your AC?
I think.
Yeah, that's a plus 6,
I
so
think
that's 18.
it was 16 when it started, so I think it's 15 now.
That hits. And then... Oh, that's cocked with a 12. That's also... Okay. Alright, no crits, but you are...
Hit twice.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter. It does crit.
It's always
It's
a crit.
auto quit.
It's
So
auto quit.
tell me slashing so I can half it.
Alright, I'll just roll the slashing in the chat then. So that is a, that's an 8 slashing damage
Reduce the
for the
4.
first one. And then you take 4 to 8 cold damage.
So 12 damage.
12 damage. And then for the second attack,
8 more and I'm down.
I'm sorry.
it
nothing bad
already
will
gets
happen.
a +4 to one of its attacks.
Hmm?
So that's a 5. Oh, bumped up to a 6 because I rolled a 1.
Okay, so 3.
And then for the cold damage,
Okay, 5 and I'm down.
it's 6.
I am down. Not dead, down.
Yeah, Mikhail's not the one I'm saving, so...
Well, I mean, he's not dead.
Spare the dying,
I'm
so-
unconscious.
Spare the Dying is a touch cantrip for me. I don't get it as a ranged one.
You'll probably get there in 6 turns.
Um,
But the Yeti's still there.
speaking of which, that's now.
Yeah, we're back up
5.
top to initiative.
There's a reason why I'm going to Rickard first.
Is that Yeti gonna... The Yeti's just gonna be like, nope. Sorry, guys.
Does he move or anything, or does he just kill Mikkel and then...
He is just going for Mikkel at the minute. Doesn't move.
I did set him on fire, and he's probably not happy about that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well,
Okay, so that makes it Mikkel's turn.
Death
so
save?
Death save. Success.
One success.
and then it's my turn.
Wait, we skipped Rickard.
Rickard.
45,
I'm gonna get a ritual
50,
cast rigor mortis.
55, 60.
I'll take 10 minutes, you know?
That's 20. I would like to cast a guiding bolt at this one,
Mm-hmm.
who is now 60 feet away from me. Actually, wait, I can get all the way to... I can get one more farther back. It's fine. They can cast a guiding bolt at first level.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if I hit. 15 to hit?
15 does hit.
Oh, thank God. Okay. I would like to mark him, so my Spirit Guardians do drop.
Mm-hmm.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 10, 13... That's it. 13 points of radiant damage to him.
Not dead.
That's fine.
Okay.
Who's next?
Yeah,
It's
which-
my turn.
Who's next?
You can hit him. You can, in fact, make it.
Run. No.
And you'll be...
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Alright.
Go, go, go! It looks fucked
You
up.
have
It's not
advantage.
focused on
Have
you.
advantage
You
on
notice
first
it's
attack.
going for Mikkel's ankles. It's about to drag it back.
No, don't do that. 24 for the first hit.
That doesn't hit. Its AC is way too high.
Damn. 25 for the second hit.
25 damage?
No.
25 for the
Oh,
second
yeah,
hit.
that hits.
Lauren's like, yeah, that tracked for Stonk damage.
13 plus 7, 20.
It's fucking dead.
15
It's
plus
fucking
7,
dead. It's dead.
22.
Stonk?
So 45 total points of damage for
Alright.
that one.
It's dead. You guys do your shit. I gotta pee.
She's got a pee.
I
I'm
gotta pee.
Gonna cast Revivify on Rickard.
I think it just happens.
using up all of that bloodstone you had.
Yep.
I think it...
Oh my god.
What? Did you not prepare it? You had to. You must have. You would have.
No, it's not that. That's not the problem.
Oh. Where's all the bloodstone?
Oh, it's at the camp! It's at the camp!
That's not, once again, not the problem.
What's... You can't do this to us. Tell us what the problem is.
I should have cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
Did you use your last 3rd level healing spell?
I didn't realize that it was my last 3rd level spell
Do you
slot.
have a 4th level spell slot?
No.
Okay, that one's not on me. It's...
You know, I'm gonna blame it on the fact I woke up less than 3 hours ago.
Sorry, Rickard.
You know, had I realized that, I would have cast it at 2nd level.
Can you retcon?
That's what I'm gonna wait for Lauren for. Because,
Can we have a retcon, please?
What's the retcon?
I used my last 3rd level spell slot and didn't realize it.
Yeah, you can retcon it. I don't care.
Okay.
Roll a d8 and subtract it from your health.
It honestly wouldn't have mattered. Stonk killed that Yeti in his fucking dead.
It was only for my Cure Wounds as well, so you...
You
It was a really worthless 3rd level spell slot.
1d8 from your hit points.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
No, I did not want to mark inspiration.
I like how you were in serious pain, like 8 HP would take you down.
Anyways, you're revived now, Ed.
Wait, Ed. This is an important question because it's you. Is your soul free and willing? Okay.
And then there was
Willing,
yeah.
15.
I don't know about free, technically.
Yeah, we'll get to
20,
what
30.
Rickard experiences
Okay, so
in
that's
death.
25 there. All right, make a death saving throw.
Me?
Yeah, unless you're stabilizing him.
Alright.
Okay.
Rickard, welcome back.
Welcome back to the table. I've immediately revived you and then ran away.
Okay,
He is
Stonk,
not at 1 HP. He's at 0. He's just stabilized, right?
Stonk, I should probably give you a little imagery as you decide what to do with me. You see another chain snap as 2 feeble chains struggle to reseal me. Pitifully. They're struggling real hard.
Are you still in your boar form thing?
I'm probably slowly shrinking. What do you want to do? 2 attacks, I'm doomed. What are you gonna do? You promised to kill me.
It takes me 3 rounds to get there.
And
I am not a threat to you actively, but you also said if this happened again.
And I really wish instead of Mage Hand, I would have just like cast Silent Image to make a box. over
Also,
that guy's
if you
head.
don't heal me, I might just die of natural causes.
I should have cast Silence is what I should have done. That would have at least negated our Yeti, and then the Yetis wouldn't have noticed us breaking out of the box when Stonk did it, so we'd saw that surprise round.
There's a whole lot of we should have.
Yeah.
Also, you knew I was on watch and you got fucking kidnapped, and you don't know what's up with that.
This might be just a little bit too small.
Yeah.
Get just a large neck, apparently.
You think that's too short?
I guess I do need the thing, but
Okay.
Tyler, ow.
Listen, I will tell you out of character. Do whatever the fuck you want. I genuinely
We have a
won't blame.
plan.
I have a plan.
We have a plan.
This is not how this session was supposed to go, but I have a plan, so do what you would do as Stonk. I literally won't hold it against you.
Yeah.
All you know is I was on watch and then you woke up in a fucking Yeti cave.
It's less that and more. He did say if it happened again, he was going to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
So,
do you do it?
After the other Yeti dies and falls to the ground, Stonk approaches Mikkel's unconscious body.
I'm gonna just put this in the session chats.
Stay Rickers alive, just to raise attention.
You could just let him bleed out.
Can I ask something?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make it clear, I am going to probably kill you,
Mm-hmm.
but could I rouse Mikkel for a few
Seconds?
seconds?
I mean, probably.
You're unconscious, right?
Yeah. I mean,
It's more...
as the knife goes in, shock, I think, is what you're going for.
If Mikkel comes back for a
No,
couple seconds.
not that. Like, Stonk, approaches and... Sure... I'm not saying, stabilize. I want, I want to ask Mikkel a question here
'Cause
before...
we agreed, once you're unconscious, you're knocked out of it.
Yeah. I'm shrinking within 6 seconds. I'm back to normal size.
We can say Stonk heavily considered it until Mikkel shrank again. Like you were about to do it. But we did rule that once he's unconscious, he shifts back.
So, that's not the thing. He said if I do it again, it'll kill me. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm a liability.
Yep. So what you do from there?
The question is, can he, for story's sake, wake me up for 6 unhealed seconds?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
My eyes will flutter awake as I feel you T-posing imposingly.
Stonk is stone-faced. Pardon the pun. And he doesn't show any emotion. But he does approach and he kneels down towards you.
Mm-hmm.
I told you this would happen, did I not?
He just slowly blinks at you.
What do you want to have happen with the child?
As he's because he is bleeding out actively.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he can say anything, but he pulls out the book. He could gurgle something, but this is complicated. He pulls out the book, and he tries to hand it to you, and he just plops in the snow.
He picks it up.
If you look at it, you can see there's a loose page. It's not something you could probably read in 6 seconds.
Yeah, I'm not
No.
gonna read it in
Get
6
back to
seconds.
that.
Yeah, I'll get back to that.
But that seems to be his answer.
Do you wish to go quickly?
He just closes his eyes and braces himself.
Stonk stands back up.
Uh-huh.
Now is not the time. And he raises kind of the piked end of the halberd over his head and brings it down on where I assume your heart is.
Who knows, maybe Tabaxi hearts are on the left side, not the right.
Sorry, was that your lung?
You stab the most painful, slow place possible. It's gonna be a couple days.
Oof.
You got the lower
He
intestines.
somehow prolonged his death by stabbing that specific location.
Wait, let me roll the hit. Let me make sure I actually do. Oh,
Oh
no!
Do your
14?
worst.
That does
Hey, you have 2 attacks.
That's true. Let
His
me go
eyes
for
are
another
too
one.
welled up with tears to.
Oh, manly
wait.
tears.
You did that with advantage.
I
right.
failed.
Yeah.
I failed 1 death save, so 1 hit will do it.
I missed one of my attacks. The other one,
All
yeah,
right.
definitely hit.
Okay, that does it.
Yeah.
That auto does 2 death saves.
I'm sorry, Mikkel.
It's our first PC death.
31 sessions?
32 sessions in, first PC death.
Honestly, Mikkel was not the first one expected that.
We were expecting it to be Rickard.
No,
I did
To be
die.
fair, he did in fact die. He's
I
just
just...
undead.
I chose who I revived here, and Rickard is the more stable of the 2.
Stonk, you stand
More
over
reliable.
Mikkel as you put an end to his suffering. And while that scene is going on, I have a request to make. Could you roll a D100 for me, please?
Oh boy,
Wait,
here
did
we
Revivify
go.
change the race?
Nope.
No.
Alright.
That's
Reincarnation.
Okay, I'm like, I don't remember Revivify doing that.
If and when you choose to look at the book, I gotcha.
Okay. I'll let you know when I look at it.
I'm just gonna have this scene happen now, so could you all give me and Edison some
Personal space.
personal space?
Yeah.
Some alone
Do I get to
time.
see any of this? Because I
No.
can't... Oh.
And hell, can you see?
Oh, no,
that?
not in hell, but like...
Can I crash in your
36.
36?
36.
Yeah, 36
Lauren
seems-
hasn't stopped us.
That seems to be an important role for the 2 of us.
Alright.
It is 70.
Roll a D10, please.
Alrighty, D10.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you something.
9.
9. Okay. Rickard. As within 6 seconds, you find yourself chilled to the bone, paralyzed, only to be pounced on by the giant abominable yeti and brought to the ground. It is now I explain to you the experience of dying.
Oh, this is less than, this is pretty fun.
Yeah.
This is a unique experience. Not many people come back from this.
No. Not many people do. Many people explain death as something you fade into, and if you're unfortunate enough to go out in a violent way, it can be quite quick. But I'll say for you, as it all comes to an end, you feel your body pulled violently downwards.
Uh-oh.
Whoa. Like, weights are attached to your ankles and wrists. You find yourself pulled deeper below the surface. And like many times before, you feel yourself being summoned.
Oh boy, here we go again.
Cold and dark, surrounded by the fragments of mirrors reflecting yourself back at you, torn up and disfigured. You see the Baelor sitting in his large, dark stone throne ahead of you. He's just looking at you. I'll mention, you don't feel your heart beat in your body. Your blood has ran cold.
Ooh, this is not great. I don't even know what to say.
Just
Other
gonna
than ow.
shame. Just lower your head in shame.
Yetis.
Are you fucking Yeti? Is that what he says? Yetis?
Yeah.
The Veilor kind of shifts himself in his spot, and those radiant tattoos along his arms and chest kind of emit some steam. But he, I'll say, looks unbothered. and looks to you as his eye narrows and said, let me see what I'm trying to think of what to say.
Well, Rickard is definitely not Fortnite default dancing right now.
No, oh, he is not.
He had a whole slice of humble pie right there.
Rickard, are you familiar with the Fallen?
Should I roll a history check?
Go right ahead.
Alright.
This will probably be hard even for you.
Alright.
He's not just using it as an excuse to explain to you what that is.
Let me just double check something. That's not good. That's 4 plus 8, 12.
No. You have no idea.
No.
Those of us who have fallen into the Gengu Gap
Bless
normally decide to change their names. Take up new personas to grant them a second chance at their powers, but I chose to keep my name. I tried to remember who I once was. You will not die, Rickard. I have one more task for you.
Even after my failure to bring it back your eye.
Andor's gone, Rickard. He's gone into hiding. My eye, unfortunately, is no longer a priority. I've already given Muspel what she wanted from Stonk. And due to Andor's absence, the plan has changed. Because this wasn't a part of our original deal, I will offer you something in return, and to make up for the pain of death. What do you desire most in your life?
With this, Rickard is kind of contemplative, lack of a better.
I've never died before. It's making me awfully philosophical.
Yeah. Like, Rickard has always wanted comfort, knowledge, power. Basically what a corrupt politician would want.
Mm-hmm.
But all of those are really material for something like this. Something that's like so utterly basic for... Like, do you get what I mean?
You could ask for that. There's no rules against it. You're allowed to be vague.
Yeah, but being vague against with like a demon god seems like a really bad idea.
Maybe vagueness, but vanity.
Seems cliche, but I've always strove for additional power. The power over others, the power to seize my own freedom in the world.
Rickard, the Avnordians are looking for a new king. Let your cousin set the world on fire, and you can take it from her when the time is right. You are of noble birth, and I promise you I can make that happen if you only promise me one thing. Stonk, at all costs, must stay alive. That fragment, what's left of her in his head, must survive for now. If you can do that, I can promise you the world.
Deal.
Done. Yeah!
All right.
Okay, I'll call him back. Hello. There's been a pact within a pact.
Is Rickard dead once again?
Does
So that thing you rolled earlier.
does Bruno Mars
You now suffer
Insanity?
Oh boy, do I suffer loss of all limbs.
Are you an Oathbreaker now?
Alright, I sent it to you. So feel free to roleplay that.
Oh boy.
Also, you wake up and you just...
I'm not really sure what that is, but it's up for you to decide.
Okay.
Seeing as how
So Slanei, you hear
Rickard's
Rickard
gonna
waking
feel
up
something.
as you see me being...
I
don't like it.
I would like to turn around, seeing as how Mikkel is now dead.
Oh, did you see that?
Did you watch?
Mr. Dark Vision not have her?
You're right. You're right.
After,
I'm never using Yetis again.
But I can also hear the conversation.
I was very quiet. Also, there's a blizzard. I'm gonna pull that card.
You're right. Nevertheless.
So Stonk, you now have picked up the book that Mikkel has dropped.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do? Slanei,
Obviously, the
I'm
only
gonna take care of
respectful thing I
Rickard.
can do is loot the rest of his stuff.
Don't worry, I have also accounted for that.
No, I'll leave that to Slanei. I'm gonna drag Mikkel's body into the cave.
I'm gonna go cast a first level cure wounds upon
Yeah.
Rickard.
okay.
Oh my god,
Um,
he's so fucking big.
Rickard, you heal for 11, and I heal for 5.
Alright. So Stonk, you go back to the cave.
Yeah, I bring Mikkel back in.
Rickard, what does Slanei see as he heals you? That feeling of healing, I'll say, feels like it rips your soul out of your body and just brings it back to the surface.
Oh, it wasn't at the surface, Lauren?
No! No!
How you doing there?
Was it above or below?
Please
With
rate
a
your pain
belt?
for me on a scale of 1 to 10.
Bad time for chokers.
Inspiration.
No.
It is
The Abominable Yeti gets inspiration.
surprisingly not a 10 per se.
Uh-huh.
I imagine there's still a little leftover adrenaline.
Can you do me a favor and try and wiggle all your toes?
Yeah, they're all wiggling. I don't feel like I've lost any limbs.
Okay.
But it's really damn cold.
Yeah, it is.
Fuck the cold.
Just do what you want for a little bit.
I'll go sit at the couch. Only when you...
You're not a player anymore.
You're an outlander.
Can you take away my playing role for a hot second?
Yeah, I will.
Can I have the arm in the arms of the angel roll?
Or the demon.
Alright, now just gotta kick. Tyler is no longer a player. He is now an outlander.
What are you talking? Kick Tyler from the server.
And then change nickname. He is no longer Mikkel.
The player formerly known as Mikkel.
Baby.
There it is.
Alright. So, go ahead. This was intense. Roleplay.
Can I go to the stash of weapons and whatnot and see if there are any magical crossbows that they have there?
Say again?
Because you said they just had a stash of weapons and whatnot from former people. Can I see if any of the ones are magical?
Sure, go ahead. Arcana check.
Oh boy, I'm great at these.
Do you get any exhaustion for being revived, or...
No.
Oh, shit, you were at a point of exhaustion this entire time.
It's a good thing this is the first check I've rolled.
Yep.
Wow, okay. 9.
Magic? Weapons?
Can I detect magic?
You don't have it prepared, I don't think. I know you used to have it.
I don't have it now.
I would be screaming if you had detect magic prepared and not.
I have
healing
locate
word.
object prepared instead.
Oh no! Well, maybe if you found a magical crossbow, you could locate that object.
Yeah, but my crossbow wasn't magical.
Yeah, Stonk drags Mikkel's body into the cave.
Okay.
He is very dead.
You notice this.
Because it is big.
What happened over there?
You hate this? Why'd you decide to play a lying bastard?
No.
Listen, you were all there when you made the promise, and I accepted it.
Stonk looks at you, says, "We don't need him anymore."
Do I, by any chance, see the halberd hole in his chest?
Make a medicine check.
Dirty 20.
With disadvantage?
I rolled an 18 and a 13.
7. Damn. Okay, you tell him.
There is a pretty noticeable blood stain on the halberd at the tip, and also, yes, halberd hole.
If you're expecting a reaction from me, I'm too busy,
Not being dead.
Yeah.
Too busy pondering life.
Yeah.
And its mortality.
What's between you two? Big man, little man.
After I do say that, unless you say anything, he's gonna start going and collecting pieces of the wood from the cage.
Is there a tinderbox along the wall?
Investigation check.
12 and a 3.
No.
So 4.
No.
Okay.
I have someone with great bonfire, thankfully.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna collect as much wood as I can. Do I need to make an investigation check for the shattered cage I broke earlier?
What are you looking for?
Wood.
You just
wood.
get wood.
Yeah, thank you. And then I'm gonna try and make a decent pyre for Mikkel.
Okay.
If you want to loot his body, now's the time.
Yeah, I'm gonna move his body while they're happening.
Alright.
You find 2 daggers, because I drew all my other weapons. I got 2 magic battle axes. I have a great axe.
Sell those.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. You find a cool-looking horn
I forgot
that
about
you've
that.
never seen before.
Uh-huh.
What else do I got that hasn't been stolen?
I forgot about the horn. Oh my god.
What does the horn do? Anything fun?
Yes.
You don't know what it does, but it looks
The horn
really
of
cool
calling.
and very expensive.
I will take the horn. I can't use the axes.
Other than that, it's just
Wait.
leathers and a cold weather gear.
I can use the axes?
It's a
The battle axe? No. They're martial weapons.
I can use martial weapons?
You can?
I can use martial weapons?
Good level
Like a
ranger.
Yep.
So you have 2 magic weapons you can use if you really want it.
With my -7, my -2 to strength.
I just imagine Slanei with 2 hand axes as big as him. Come at me, motherfucker.
Well,
You'll probably hit. You'll just do 1d8 minus 2 damage.
Yeah.
That's not that bad, honestly.
Possibility of healing the enemy.
Listen, having 1d6 with a damage that's magic,
yeah.
it's still worth it.
I think the proficiency bonus would actually cancel it out, so you would have 1d8 plus 1.
To hit. But to damage, it's still
Oh,
-2.
right.
You heal them when you attack them.
Slanei, you would also notice when you loot the corpse, the book isn't there.
Oh. How much money was on him?
Whatever you gave me, whatever I split at the profit was.
We will
Okay.
talk about the gold later.
Oh, that's really deep. Oh, man.
Where's
I
his
wonder what
money?
happened to that.
Where's...
Does he have any cash on him?
Dollar bills?
Also, you don't know where all your bedrolls are.
We'll just grab some ones from the wall.
Yeah, there's plenty of supplies here.
Lucky for you, you have someone who always knows where north is.
Yeah.
Hooray. Do I need to make a roll to build a nice pyre for Mikkel?
Survival check.
Would you like help with that? After I finished looting Mikkel?
Sure.
Okay. Wait, he also had magical leather on him?
No,
Or was it just regular leather?
It's normal leather.
Okay.
it was studded leather anyway.
You wouldn't have been able to wear it
Actually,
anyway.
no, Stonk refuses your
I can
help.
wear medium
Stonk
armor.
refuses.
Oh,
Yeah, Stonk refuses your help.
once again, I can wear medium armor.
10. It's not great.
You start like at okay fire.
Oh, no,
Rickard.
this is just to make the pyre.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. It's nothing special.
Yeah. I've never built a funeral pyre before. This is a
Can
new
I-
one for me.
Can I roll up to help with it? Like going behind Stonk to like make it look a little bit
You
better.
cannot give someone the help action against their will.
I was rolling for myself.
For
Going behind Stonk and just after he turns away
Helping him
to
behind
make
his
it
back.
look better.
okay, sleight of hand.
Okay.
See if you can beat my passive perception with disadvantage.
No.
Wow.
I'm gonna use the stone.
You're going to use the stone for this.
Thank God I'm a halfway.
Wow, thank God you're a halfling.
Yeah, it'd be nice if
That's a dirty 20.
the cat person was a halfling for that watch.
All right, you're able to spruce it up a little bit, make sure it doesn't fall apart.
Uh-huh.
Stonk, you did a pretty good job.
Oh, thanks.
It's like that time he thought he fixed the door.
It was all me. Then I guess I'll light him on fire.
Do you have detect magic by any chance?
Rickard, do you want to do the honors? Do you want to light him on fire?
White lights, cast create bonfire.
Thanks, Rickard.
This is the most bonfire scene I've ever seen.
Everyone's
We're coping.
traumatized.
Listen, this
Oh, that's why this guy's
pretends
self was
like-
prepared.
pretends
I was
it's
upset with
the thing
myself.
The Ewoks.
Alright, I am in a far different headspace now because of that.
You're welcome.
Okay.
As Mikkel's body burns.
Are you guys just silent staring at it?
Stonk is.
I'm getting very close to the bonfire. Just like unreasonably close to the bonfire.
I'm just kind of also standing there staring and looking into the fire.
in silence, you guys realize how difficult it is to burn a body because it needs to be extremely hot in order to, do that. So
There's a lot of water. There's a lot of water.
The truth getting in the way of a good story.
But I will say that his body does burn. To past the point where he could come back as an undead.
Also, I
That's what
smell
matters.
Burning cat hair.
Yeah, it fucking smells like shit.
Oh, and we did it in a cave, too.
It's gonna smell like shit for a while, I
And
know.
we're gonna be stuck in here for a little bit too, because
We really should have done this outside.
yeah. But it's also blizzarding outside, so there's no guarantee it would have burned.
Yeah, but it would have been like
At
something.
least the cave's warm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After the flames have died down a bit, Stonk will move off and address the two of you. You should both get some rest. And he doesn't say anything else. And he goes over this way to take first watch.
Okay.
Or second watch, or third watch, whichever one.
Don't even argue with you. I grab one of the bedrolls from the wall and take a long rest.
I'm grabbing 2.
You huddling by the fire.
Yep. Let's get a little cozy by the burnt corpse.
Alright.
Which is a really morbid scene.
Yep, it is very morbid.
This is morbid.
This is the morbid campaign.
Do you really expect anything left with the
No.
people who are alive, though?
No. Alright. Stonk, is there anything you're doing on your watch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When everyone goes to bed, I'd like to pull out the journal and read it.
Okay. Could everyone leave except for you? Tyler, you can stay because you wrote this.
Yeah.
But I will start out, I'm going to read it out loud for the sake of just to avoid,
Could I read it, actually?
I can send it to you.
I have it pinned right now, so I can send it to him in the Whisper channel.
Okay.
Also, do you look at the book itself?
Yeah, probably.
The book is written in Tabaxi, so you probably can't read it. Except for one thing. It's very neat handwriting. It's not Mikkel's. You've seen Mikkel's. It's not that. It seems like it's like paragraphs of prose and then empty pages.
Mm-hmm.
But on the cover, it's written Emil Mikkelson.
Oh my god, he had a first name?
You fucking idiot!
Mikkelson.
I know.
Josh likes to make people, lose their self-confidence by pretending he doesn't get the joke.
That was
It's so
That
cruel.
was a sad moment.
Alright, I'm sending it to you. You don't have to read the part that's not in English out loud.
Okay.
But you do see that.
Holy shit.
It's long. I wrote you a goddamn letter.
Yeah.
Okay, read it out loud.
Okay. Stonk, if you are reading this, then I am dead and you have killed me. I will not tell you that I forgive you, Stonk, as you are not one to seek forgiveness. You have done things that cannot be forgiven or forgotten. You almost made me lose everything I had. You saved me from tearing apart those who dearest to me. I will not forget either. Stonk, if us drawing weapons together and fighting side by side has meant anything to you, I have 2 final requests of you. First, make sure my daughter is safe. I leave her to Stig and Gola. They are wise and kind. There's something they must know if they are to care for her, to protect her. Petunia has elven blood, and elvish magic runs in her veins. I have seen her start a fire just by looking a few times. Perhaps I will have had a chance to explain this to them. Perhaps not. All that I have is for you and the others. Do with it what you wish. I only ask 2 things. If you can, bury this book by a calm riverside. If you put up a headstone for me, carve this.
Poem in
It's in Norwegian.
In
You don't
Norwegian.
have to read that.
Yeah.
Then you can read the last part.
Stonk, I wish for you that the renown that you seek leads to a better end than it led me to. Tell the others that I wish them mild winters and bountiful hunts. Myself, I have one last hunt to end. Mikkel Luftigson. Well,
Oof.
yeah.
Would you like to know what the Norwegian says? There's literally no chance you'll ever find out in game.
Yes, I would actually.
It's a poem.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It says, I really wanted that the sun would always shine as brightly as it does today, because then I get a happiness-like feeling, which lasts longer than usual. In the forest, where there's peace and birds singing, there I will sit down and forget my name. Where is it running? Somewhere towards the river sun's bed, because it's going to sleep soon, and take the happiness all. And you would recognize this, because you flipped through the book,
Mm-hmm.
as also being written in the book.
You guys can come back now. You ready to be sad?
I'm already sad.
You're already sad.
It was oof.
Yeah, goddamn.
Because his backstory is so goddamn oof you don't even know.
Yeah.
I feel like, it's going well.
Milk didn't even try to get out of the way. She made it as uncomfortable
Yeah.
as possible to get around her.
She stopped and looked at the two of us. It was just like, yeah, I'm not moving.
Like right in the middle of the hall.
Oh, she's right here.
Oh, there she is.
I think she was just curious of what we were doing back there without her guidance and supervision.
Alright, so, Stonk, you read through the book that you found off of Mikkel. Is there anything else you would like to do on your watch, or should we move on?
Oh, thank you, Mocha. You beckoned her. It does not count.
Yeah, I'll hold on to the book. Put it away. And then I'll finish up my watch. I won't do anything else.
Okay.
Yeah. Do I need to roll anything?
No, I won't make you guys roll shit right now.
How many watches do we want to do? Because we were in the middle of our second watch when we got kidnapped.
Which means our long rest has to start over.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll just go back to
You should take one.
one rest each, or one watch each.
Well, alright then.
So who wants next?
It's like the last watch.
Well, I guess I'm watching mid then. Get the dice with that goddamn.
Out my new spells as soon as
Did
I wake
I
up.
tie a knot?
Do you need a d20?
I do need a d20. Thank you. Watch, this isn't mine. I'm gonna roll shit, and then we gotta do this whole shit all over again. Wait.
Why are you even rolling?
Yeah. We're watching the fire, not watching around us.
Rickard, during his watch, just starts preparing the fire and goes, wait a minute.
He's really out of it.
He is.
He did just die.
He did just die, and yes, there is an afterlife.
How unfortunate.
Yeah. Do you want to do anything on your watch then? You're all on your own.
Just keeping warm next to the fire.
Okay. Slanei. Watch time.
Yeah. I would like to cast Detect Magic.
In here?
Yeah.
There's nothing.
Horns magic.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
horn's magic.
What kind of
Do you learn what it is?
you learn the School of Magic.
That's it.
Just the School of Magic.
Alright,
Horn of slightly loud
I think it's
noises.
illusion.
No, it's not illusion. I'm checking right now.
It's summoning.
I've never used it.
It literally doesn't say.
It's for you to say. It's for you to say.
It also does say
It is not. I will
learns the
say
school
it's
of
not.
magic, if any school.
It's
applies.
not. I'll say evocation.
Horn of blasting.
So, anyways, it started blasting.
You can blow it if you want.
We did the exact same idea. Same brain cell.
No, I'm not gonna blow it yet. I'll wait for everyone to be awake before I do that, just in case.
Just in case it casts fireball on itself.
Well, that way if I accidentally summon something,
Like a horn of Valhalla.
I'd like to start getting supplies and whatnot down from the walls and whatnot.
Sounds good. I'll say you find just kind of a variety of basic things. So
Actually, yeah, after I get like the variety of basic stuff and like have it in a small pile over here, I do want to like walk outside of the cave and just blow the horn over here and see what it does.
all right.
Horn of self-destruct.
You want to pick a creature?
A raccoon.
Me? Or like, am I summoning a creature?
No,
Oh,
you can do it.
okay. Why does it feel like it does bad things?
You target self.
You targeted yourself.
Uh-huh.
You blow the horn.
Uh-huh.
You hear it. It sounds pretty,
Yeah.
but you hear no echo.
Oh.
He's had this the entire time.
I've never blown it. I don't know shit.
Horn of sending.
When it's time to wake the other two up, I want to see if this works. I'm gonna choose Rickard. I'm gonna blow the horn.
You don't hear it. Rickard does.
There's a goddamn... the undead are coming.
Stonk, what is he talking about? Why is Rickard scared?
Oh man has just died.
It has lost another one of its charge.
Oh, okay. It has charges. Oh boy.
Horn of
I'll send
sending.
it. I'll send it to
Once it
you
has
right now.
3
Okay.
charges for its entire lifespan.
I hope not.
This was a gift from Asuka.
A slightly used gift from Asuka
Since
now.
it's no longer relevant. Can I tell him what I was supposed to use it for?
Sure.
Song, when you inevitably betrayed me in the
Oh, okay.
Asuka thing, I was supposed to call that to summon him to kill you.
Oh wow.
We were supposed to tag team kill you.
Does it? Okay. Okay. It does specify. Oh boy.
It's nice. It's a good weapon. Not weapon. It's a good item.
What are you talking? No, I can use this offensively. You don't get a long rest if it's interrupted.
Against Stonk.
I wasn't saying stonk.
We go to Andor's house and just keep her. Do it.
Anywhere on the plane?
Within 600 feet.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you can't just blast.
Otherwise, I would have immediately like I'm looking at this like, oh wait a minute.
Destroy Hilda through exhaustion.
That is
Andor
my
never
plan.
goes to sleep.
All right. So, you guys have woken up.
Yeah.
How are you guys handling yourself? You just gonna keep moving?
Yeah, death.
Yeah.
Man, we've lost more than half our party.
It's just the 3 of us.
Rickard's forever changed.
You guys are really good.
I've seen God.
And he was angry.
He didn't hesitate.
Was there any like? I'm gonna assume the answer is probably no, but like any sort of stones or anything like that,
Stones.
like
No.
bloodstone or anything like that.
I want arrows. Did I get arrows?
Investigation check.
And I want crossbow bolts.
Investigation check.
Can I just give Rickard the advantage?
Sure.
For both of them.
Oh boy, oh howdy. This is my favorite kind of check. I don't even need to look at my sheet for this one. I have this one down by memory.
Woo.
By any chance a +10?
It's a +8.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a 26.
All right. With a 26, I'll say you're able to find 26.
Wow.
Let's go with 13 arrows, 13 crossbows.
Okay, well, time to add 13 to my 50.
Alright, that made up for the obsidian giant fight.
After they search for their arrows, before we leave, Stonk is gonna call you guys over to have a chat.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know roughly how far it is to Ingvald's tournament?
You guys are
Just best guess.
barely halfway.
Okay.
I say barely.
So probably another couple weeks.
The valley isn't the hard part, but yeah.
At least 2 weeks.
It's once you climb the mountain that it's the really bad part.
And how much time before Hilda?
We don't know. Roughly like a month or two.
And that was 2 weeks ago? A week ago?
Unsure.
Rickard probably knows. Keen mind and all that, but
Probably.
I'll get back to you eventually. I don't keep track of days.
I don't care. I think it's been a week and a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll tell you exactly what the DM will say later.
Okay.
We can have. Yeah, I think it's fair.
Stonk calls you over. You're all going to die.
Thanks for the words of confidence.
Rickard has a panic attack.
I am still going to Ingvald's tournament. But if you all stay with me, you'll die. Kind of looks at you guys.
We can't exactly turn back around at this point. We are beyond the point of no return.
And you are committed to it.
I need answers I can only get from there.
Rickard.
The idea that I would turn around at this point deeply offends me.
$184.
111 is a... Oh! Nausea and vomiting.
As soon as I say that, I do throw up.
You guys are doing so good.
Proud of y'all. Mikkel says.
You gotta win for Mikkel.
He's a rooting for you somewhere.
If you are still going to follow me, then there's something you need to understand. I can't need you. Neither of you.
You can't need us?
But you can rely on me.
It, seems as though you were drug away just like the rest of us.
That's not what I meant. I told you once that I was bad luck. Everyone around me dies, Slanei. When it happens for a while, it gets easy to not rely on others. Because at the end of the day, as long as I live, everything's still good. But you're not me. You're not strong. Neither is Rickard. Mikkel was strong. Tavi was strong. And now they're dead.
That's what this is about?
Did you actually?
Yes.
Oh.
That's it?
Stonk gives you a very serious look.
Oh. Oof. Completely narrow-minded view on strength. I don't care. I don't care what you think. I have a job to do. I'm with you regardless of what the fuck you think.
I suppose you are, aren't you, Rickard? Anything to say, Slanei?
From what I could tell, unless I'm mistaken, you are just as fallible as the rest of us.
What use is fallacies if you're 6 feet under?
Well, you're right. Which I hate to say. Like it or not, Stonk, you need us just as much as we need you. We all have our reasons for coming this far. Let's complete the journey we started.
Does Stonk start laughing like that? Because
Yes.
that's fucking deranged.
Yes, he does start laughing.
Stonk, yes, he's dependent on me.
Very well done. Don't fall behind.
Shit.
Already feeling that one.
I'm 5 feet slower than everyone else.
You're 15 feet slower than Stonk. And then, yeah. Unless anyone has anything else to say. Any wisdom, Rickard?
Really?
Any intelligence, rather?
Yeah, sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend.
That was fucking rude.
Yeah. Anyways, after that, so we head out again.
Alright. Personally, I think that's a wonderful place to end.
Yeah.
That was, intense. Tyler, how you doing?
How you doing?
We prepared for this.
I've been
For a
prepared
while.
for a long while. I've made my peace.
Full disclaimer, I fucking hate player death, and I hate that I am the one responsible for it here.
My brain was like, wait, Mikkel, I expected Rickard? Rickard, no!
No, I needed you.
I didn't feel bad until Rickard died because it's my own hubris that led to that fight.
Bro, you rolled a nat one, this is bad luck.
Oh, man, guys. So, before I wrap up the recording, I just want to make it all clear. I know you guys are fine with this, but this is mainly for Kelly. Player death happens. It's sad.
sad.
This is a first. I'm not feeling good. I'm gonna cry.
Don't hold this against me. Don't beat me up when you see me
I'll
next.
beat
You beat him up when you see him next as a counterpoint.
I'll beat Josh up,
But
for you,
still don't
Kelly.
hold it
It's okay.
against him. You can beat him up, just don't hold it against
You
him.
get the dice. You got
Beat Josh up for this because he's Josh, not because he did anything wrong.
Yeah.
I really made Josh promise me to kill me.
Yeah, this was probably one of the more okay ways for this to happen. So,
It could have been a lot worse. It could have
yeah.
been, you didn't ask for permission, and then I was just like, alright, well, time to go.
Does anybody have some final words?
Yeah, I think I need to just check the other bowl.
Yeah. Would you mind handing me one as well?
Oh, boy.
Alright. Who wants to wrap us up with the word?
Raspberry.